Last session, your group started off your day in the Takiri Anchorage, a rather disheveled-looking district where your group went to retrieve Azur's pet lizard mouth. After this, you went off to have a meeting with the merchant Prince Jabal. On your way there, you took in the sights and colors of the city, also managing to evade being scammed by a local merchant. Once you reached the villa, a rather short-looking human wearing colorful clothes and a floppy hat approached your group and, with a deep bow, introduced himself as Volothamp Getarm. He told you he was having a meeting with some of the merchant princes interested in his new book, namely Jabal. After asking each of you of your origins and taking a keen interest in Cinder Schwinga nature, he invited you all to a book signing set to take place the next morning, and went on
Cinder's what?
Schwinga nature. Schwinga. You'll figure it out later.
God, Gareth.
Is this okay? I'm not gonna question.
After this interesting interaction, your group had a scuffle with the Zentarium in a few more ways than one when a few tried to stop you at the gates of the villa, and another duo seemed to be potentially getting ready to attack a local priest at the Temple of Savaris, which your group intervened in. You spoke with the man being harassed, who went by the name Grandfather Zatimbi. A brief talk with him ended with vague answers and an invitation to his temple at some later point. And with your interactions concluded, you headed on to your meeting with Jabal. Entering his manor, you met with him in a private back room where your group discussed an arrangement with make sure I got this right. Where your group discussed an arrangement with him after unintentionally sabotaging a prior deal he made with the merchant Prince Otamu. After some discussion, your group agreed to purchase the services of one of his jungle guides, venture out into the wilds to retrieve him an artifact of significant value to make up for his loss of the now sentient wolf. Leaving his house, your group went out to speak with the different guides in the city, while trying to gather information on which one you might choose when you decide to leave. That
Eventually
is where we'll start. Currently, your group's in the streets, late night, currently 8:20 p.m. on the world, or the Foundry. Sun's down, city's starting to quiet and dim a bit, guards are going to sleep, and the streets are just completely quiet. You're currently leaving, the Temple of Gond, this mighty Temple of Crafts. To where would your group like to head? If you want a little itinerary of what's going on, you will need to have a place to sleep, be that outside or in one of the two local inns. And also to your interest, Gareth, as a way to remind you.
I remember. I was just gonna say.
Yes, you have a prior thing.
I have a light bit of a business arrangement to go and take care of.
What would this business arrangement be?
Oh, never you mind, lass.
The more that you say that, the more I am going to worry.
It's just a prior arrangement I had for coming here. It's just personal business, is all.
Would you like me to accompany you?
Are you going to go drink milk with the other kitty cats?
Christ. Not even 5 minutes in, we're already... Alright.
Alright. I'll ignore that for now.
Oh, was that offensive? I'm sorry. Is it cream instead? I don't know what kitty cats drink.
Either way, to answer Wolf's question.
I shouldn't need help. I should be good on my own.
Okay. Well, just be back safe. We don't know what dangers could look in this city.
If I need your help, I'm sure there's a way I could get a hold of you really quick.
I would hope you are correct on that.
Suppose, Jack, do you split off from the group and head towards the Takiri Anchorage?
Is that really the name of it?
Tiriyiki Anchorage. Yes, that's the
I
name.
thought you said Takiri.
I did too.
Tiriyiki. Look at the name. It's on the map.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to go to Teriyaki Anchorage, please.
God dang it.
Teriyaki.
Wait, hold on, my clouds aren't working. This is a problem. Where are my clouds?
They're working.
They're working.
Just
Yeah,
don't.
they are.
Maybe I can't see.
Yeah.
You ain't been smoking enough to get clouds.
Okay, I guess I don't
I
get
see
to
the clouds. Yeah.
I guess I don't get to see them, but you guys do. Wonderful. All right. Anyways, that out of the way. While you're heading off to the anchorage to handle any potential shady businesses you wish to get into, what will the rest of your group be doing? Or rather, where would you like to go as the town is quieting down?
Don't we have like 2 more people to speak to?
Yes, but they're a decent distance away from the
Oh,
city
that's
right
true.
now, at Fort Belyarin.
Probably, go to an inn, I guess.
Okay. Anyone else opposed to this idea?
No, not really.
Wonderful. Then would you guys like to choose the more expensive but more lavish inn, or the more rescuous one?
We can't even go up the stairs at the more rescuous one.
Well,
You can.
one of you is a giant statue made of stone, so
Actually, no, Ezra can't either.
Azur is like 6'1" and like 200 and something pounds.
Yes, you're 200 pounds. He's 450 pounds. There's
I can't remember
you
what
can- you
exact
can
word
make
I
it up.
said for my character.
you can make it up the stairs, Azur, but fortunately the rock.
Dude, no, it's like, oh, she's almost like 300 pounds of just like sheer like scale of muscle.
Well, it's not like I need.
Nah,
to
that's
sleep
all
Sorry.
anyways,
dump
so
truck.
it's
Who are
fine.
you kidding?
What do you
Oh,
mean? This
Oh,
isn't
God.
Jurassic Park.
How many of you can support the weight of a wooden board?
I think me and Cinder are the only one.
Byron, oh god.
Everyone else is
Well,
too dummy thick.
Unfortunately, no matter what inn you go to, there will be a staircase, believe it or not.
Do
Damn.
none of them have ground
Then I
floor
don't-
rooms?
I mean, not that you know of. No, they don't really account for the fact that there are people that coming in are going to be like, 400, 300 pounds. they don't really account for that sort of a thing. You can sleep downstairs. Look, it depends where you go, what your answer will be to asking your question. So which place would you like to try and visit to?
I'll let the party decide because Azur's gonna sleep outside with Subpoena.
There you go.
Who needs a bed when you have a lizard?
I guess for the 3 of you that can actually go up a flight of stairs, what choice would you guys like to make for your inn?
I don't want to be by myself, so I'll be with wherever everyone else is.
We'll all be choosing the same spot.
Keybinds. Toggle. There we go.
I'm looking at Byron.
Well, I mean,
Your choices are the
I
Thundering Lizard and Kaya's
never really been used to resting indoors, so I guess something nice could be interesting for once.
I mean, I don't really care where we go. I mean, I'll just sit it out, I guess.
I suppose Jack.
And you could sleep outside with Azur. Azur's gonna be sleeping with her lizard.
I don't
I
really
mean,
sleep. Oh, you were talking to Byron, my bad.
No, I was talking to you.
I'd say, I mean, if you really wanted to go inside and you can't use the stairs, you could always just climb up the outside.
Hey,
It's like-
I don't think I'm exactly that dexterous.
So extra. Got a fucking blue dragonborn Batmaning her way into fucking windows.
It's like, can't you fly? No. Why? I never learned.
I mean,
I'm too thick.
I'm not going to say much in that regard then, but I do have a rope.
I don't think a rope would help.
I can throw you up there, I think.
It's fine. I have Subpoena.
Okay.
Just let Byron share a room with Jack. It's fine. They can cuddle together and we can stay outside.
Okay.
I have
think
a- I
that
have
would be
a-
the best thing.
I have a lizard I can cuddle. I think I'll be fine.
The Thundering Lizard has like 1-person sized beds, whereas
Uh-huh.
Kaya's house, a room is about a 2-person sized bed.
Yeah, let's go with the
Am I the
only
two-person
one that
size.
wishes you could have
You guys can sleep in the
folders?
Thundering Lizard on the floor if you'd like to.
Uh,
There might be
Or
fleas.
you can get a room at Kaya's house.
No, I think the real question is what's the prices. That's the
Yeah, I
only
was
thing that
gonna
matters
say,
to
how-
me.
That's what I told you earlier. The Thundering Lizard is 5 silver a room, whereas Kaya's house is a gold per room.
Oh.
Oh, I can afford that.
I was gonna say for 1 gold we can definitely have 3 people. Does Cinder even need a full size bed?
I'm 2 feet tall, so no.
Yeah, so no.
Pretty
Cinder
sure
just
Cinder
needs
can
a fucking
sleep on a
shoebox.
shelf. Yeah, she can sleep on a shelf.
There are different rules of etiquette that are carried at Kaya's house, though, that I should quickly go over with you.
What fucking... when I pay for a room, I expect they don't give a fuck what I do in that room.
The simple rules are don't be a freak. Don't, like, actually... Look,
Oh.
you're paying for a room. They don't want you to damage their property, get into fights,
Murder.
murder. That's a good one.
None of
glad
that's
that-
happening. We're
Don't
just
do
sleeping.
terrible things when you
What
enter
about
was gonna say-
promiscuity?
I was say I'm glad that we're actually just going to Tolmara's 6th window inn where she's gonna stare at us through the fucking keyhole and see if we're like vandalizing the room.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it would be hard to. Maybe it'd be easy to tell if you heard the sounds of a murder being committed upstairs. Maybe,
If you're doing it poorly, I guess.
Oh, you'd be surprised how vital to me.
you know, and I also think you'd notice damaged property when you go in to check the room after
You
someone.
think they notice when those soaps are gone in fucking hotels? No.
This isn't a hotel.
Well,
They have like 4 rooms in Kaya's house.
Come on, let's move on before
Yeah.
Cinder pees this out.
Criminy Schnicket. All right,
I'll pay for the 1 gold room.
you guys are
Jeez,
going.
don't everyone pay at once.
You guys are going to the expensive place. Got it.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Arriving to Kaya's house of respite. Once you get there, let me drag you to the location on the map so you have an idea where it is. Boop. It's a nice view of the harbor ward from when you walk into the district. Entering into this rather lavish building with beautifully colored drapes that seem to cover every window and almost like strands of ribbons that hang from different parts of the archways of this building. Once you enter in, it seems like no one's really around at the moment. So you kind of just stand there a bit awkwardly, waiting for some sort of service until you realize you might have to make the service come to you.
Gotta say, I'm just gonna call out and say,
Lights are off and
hello, we're looking to pay for a room.
you just shout it out.
Yes.
Alright. As you shout it out, you hear like and a door kind of opens up from one of the side rooms on the first floor, and stepping out of it, you see in a nightgown what looks like an elvish man. He steps out and says, It's so late." He just picks himself up a bit and says, "Who are all of you, if I can ask? Are you here for rooms?"
Hey.
Well, room.
Room.
Yeah, just a singular room.
To accommodate all of you?
No,
Oh no! I will be sleeping outside with my lizard Supina.
He says, "Just give me a moment to just..." He kind of steps into his room for a moment and steps back out a bit later with more fancy clothes on and kind of just groggily walks to the front desk and pulls out an ink and pen and a parchment and says, "So, you'll be looking for a room tonight. I should inform you that we end up doing lights out around 7:30 here, when the sun starts to go down.
Isn't a
You can go check
problem.
the comedically large sundial outside if you want to know the time."
It's cloudy today, sir. Sorry, I cannot.
Shame.
Either way, sir. Not to worry. We shouldn't cause too much noise. We're just looking for a place to rest our heads.
You all seem new around here, so I'll cut some slack for now. Just try not to show up late, and especially don't shout, since some of the other guests are sleeping still. Some of them are quite light sleepers, and we have some very esteemed guests here tonight, so... He just starts writing down. Do you have the money?
Yes, here.
takes it and
Pay up.
jots your name down, and then pulls looks like a key ring out and snaps one of the keys off and says, "Here you go. Should let you into your room. You'll be the first one on the left, up the stairs."
Thank you.
And to make sure you know it, Kai will be making breakfast in the morning. Just so you're aware, food fees are separate from the room fee, so you will have to pay extra for that in the morning.
Understood.
Eat
Either
breakfast
way.
early, you might be able to catch lunch if you try hard enough. Or if you're busy, rather.
Yes. I guess Wolf and Nazir, when Jack rolls around, let him know.
I'll be waiting outside. I'll tell him.
You left the lizard outside, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Just
Well, I
drag
mean,
a giant
Yeah, it's a
fucking
giant
lizard.
lizard.
Hey man, I don't know. You guys are weird.
Well, I guess in that regard, let everyone get their rest.
He says, "Yes, everyone," and he just puts away the parchment, tucking it into one of his side pockets, and walks back off to his room.
Bye.
All right.
We all be splitting off to go find rest.
There, inside of the room, is there just like a chair?
In the room you're in right now, the main room, the like
No, the
bar
the
area.
bedroom after you go upstairs.
Oh, okay, your room.
Yeah.
In your room, it's fitted with a two-person bed. What looks like actually a finely padded wooden chair. What looks like a colorful piece of artwork on one of the side walls depicting as you see it now, you look out your window and the artwork seems to depict a statue, which you're now being able to take in, not being in the lower board of a boat anymore, of some massive Chultan warrior, which stands strong in the center of the port. And the walls themselves seem beautifully colored.
Alright. I'm just gonna pull up that wooden chair, sit down,
Clean
and say,
room. There's a nice desk with next to that chair with a candle on it.
yeah, I'll just say, well, this seems comfortable enough for us. Cinder, you can have the bed.
But you're bigger. Don't you think I should take the chair?
No. We don't sleep very soundly, and it might throw off Jack if we moved or started talking or something.
Okay.
Sure that won't disturb the guest in the side room?
That's their problem, not ours.
It'll be a you problem. You piss him off.
Oh, what are they gonna do? A bunch of fucking nobles?
Alright,
Cinder's gonna climb up onto the bed and crawl under the covers.
alright. Now, with all of you, Azur and, Statue, Wolf, the two of you, are you just going to find are you going to sleep inside the first room or go outside
Jesus.
and find some,
I'll just
I'm literally gonna be outside with the lizard.
I'll just be standing outside with Azur since I don't really.
So you guys,
sleep.
I mean, are you guys be right out the front door, or are you guys going to go out back or something next to the harbor?
No,
I
we'll
guess
sit,
front
we'll
door.
We'll sit near the front door like the most intimidating fucking
Alright.
bouncers you've ever seen.
God, they're fucking panhandlers.
Great, I'm glad that Kaya's house hired horrible bouncers recently. Wonderful. Really
Keep
giving
out
this
the-
place,
keep-
helping give this place its name, right?
Keep out the riffraff.
Riff raff, you guys?
No.
No.
I need a bigger fucking screen.
God, I'm getting something pulled up real quick. For the sake of the morning. Jack, with the rest of the group asleep, you yourself will head out to Kitty Anchorage. On your way
I'd like
there...
to make a quick stop on the way.
Okay, where at?
Somewhere that would sell a lantern.
Okay. You see what looks like a merchant who perhaps had a long and busy day of work. Currently, he has a little, what looks like almost like a carpet set up on the street, and is just asleep on it right now with tons of little trinkets and knickknacks next to him, one of which being a beautifully painted lantern.
Would it be a hooded lantern, perchance?
Yes.
He's sleeping, you said?
Yeah.
Has he got any oil right next to it at all?
Seems that it's already pre-oiled, but he does not have any extra oil.
Okay. I'd like to sneak to steal that.
You make a sleight of hand check or a stealth check of your choice to rob him of his lantern.
What do I do when it's got a double expert or an expertise? What does that add again?
It auto adds everything. Just click the thing. Click the skill. Click the word. Yeah, there you go. A 21 to your sleight of hand. With the 21, safe to say that you can quite comfortably secure this lantern.
I think that's fine now.
Yep. Definitely not theirs anymore.
Who
Well,
needs
what
lanterns
now?
these days anyway?
What
Just
now?
get
You
dark
just,
vision forehead.
Yeah, you just ran his pocket, so what now?
I'd like to continue on my. Oh, it's gonna force me to use money. Ah! Yeah, I'd like to keep moving on my way then.
Alright, then you eventually reach the gate. Right now, you also see what looks like two of the guards. One of them is awake at the moment, while the other rests, and he just says, what are you trying to get into the anchorage?
Yes.
Might I ask your business? Out of curiosity.
Just some personal business. A friend of mine wanted to talk to me.
This late? Huh. You have fun with that, then? And he just opens up the gate and says, on this way,
Thank you.
of course. And you enter in and test it.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you go down here where you first met the thugs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Once you enter that same alleyway and you begin passing through, you see now what looks like multiple posters that are hung up around the alleyway. These posters all have some strangely etched symbol on them that you can't quite make out. Not quite thieves can't, not quite anything you are aware of, but it looks to be the skull of a, God, dinosaurs. Oh, lordy. What is the name of this dinosaur?
My dinosaur.
Make a little sore ass.
Triceratops. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Not even
Triceratops
close.
skull that's etched onto it, and I suppose, do you just enter into the alley deeper?
Yeah.
As you do, you see multiple candles lit next to the in this area, next to someone's a few doorways, and what looks like figures wearing hooded cloaks darting to and fro through these alleys. Eventually, you keep pushing forward, bumping by a few figures who don't pay you any mind and hurry along their way, and open in.
While I'm walking, actually, can I quick read the note from Lascalar?
You open the note?
Yeah.
Right. Opening the note and reading it, the note says, "Be you one to hope for mystery, to hope for adventure. The other captains, there's something about them. I can't quite pin it yet, but maybe you'll be able to find out in time with this tip-off." That's it.
Would you be able to write that down for me?
I'll write it down in a little bit.
Thank you.
Alright. But as you enter and now, you exit into this beautiful harbor ward. Beautiful only represented by the fact that there's tons of little lights on that make it look almost like fireflies in the dark. The rest of the harbor ward itself seems relatively run down, though, but well decorated, for all things considered. and what looks like multiple merchant stalls all set up around inside of these ships that are currently docked. And multiple very thug-like looking guards that seem to be standing around this area.
Do I recognize any as the ones that I talked to earlier?
You see the ones you were talking to earlier currently on a ship, looks like hauling goods from the harbor itself to the boat, one of the boats they're on. This
I'm
boat
gonna
they're
wait.
holding onto looks rather discreet. It's small.
I'm gonna wait kind of by where they're picking up all the supplies from.
You wait, and eventually one of them runs into you and says, "Oh shit, see you again. What do you want?"
Oh, well, you said there might be some work for me around here.
You seriously think we have a job for you? That was... We were trying to speak... It was code? You get that? This is the black market. I'm sure you can find someone who cares.
Oh, fair enough.
Just... Now that you're new to this place... He points out to one of the larger-looking galleons. That's the head smuggler's ship. Go ahead and make your way out towards that ship and talk with the captain there. They'll explain the rules to you. Sorry, not a galleon,
Right.
a brigantine.
Yeah, much obliged.
Okay. And do you walk off and head towards that ship?
Yeah.
As you head towards that ship and get closer, you now see a view of the figurehead of this ship. And you scratch your chin for a moment until you realize this ship is the Brazen Pegasus.
The which
But
one?
it looks... The Brazen Pegasus, the one you rode into the city on. However, it
Oh.
seems that the colors seem to have been wiped away, or rather painted over.
Hmm.
You recognize some of the crew members.
I'm assuming the captain is sulking around somewhere.
The captain's up in the captain's quarters. Would you like to just go up? Then no one's going to stop you.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk up and you enter the captain's quarters and see Ortame currently sorting through multiple documents and papers and holding what looks like a precious-looking gemstone of some kind. And they quickly tuck it away into their counter as you walk in and say, "You again? See, you found your way to the black market."
Oh, it's all good, folk of my persuasion do.
Suppose I can't say
Airball.
can't suppose I'm saying I'm too surprised seeing you here. Well, I guess you're here to hear the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now you know that I'm a smuggler, or at the very least I run this place. The black market was established a while back because the merchant princes have heavy monopolies on certain goods, and sometimes they overcharge or don't bring in certain goods that would cause competition. So we're the ones who bring in those goods that you can't get here, and we offer fair prices, rather. This also acts as a place for smugglers to hide out, since the merchant princes would never be bold enough to send any of their men into this district.
Understandable.
So, as long as you're here, the only real rules are don't start any fights. This isn't a place for that kind of a thing. If you do, then you'll quickly be shut down. And, well, at that point, martial law takes effect. Apart from that, don't tell anybody else about this place. This is a secret. Only your
About
closest
what place?
friends. Oh, wonderful. Great. Not even your closest friends should be aware of this place unless they plan to shop from here.
Understandable.
Always do fair prices. Never try and barter with any of our merchants here. They're offering the fairest prices they can, and they're made sure of it. If you try and roughhouse or get any lower deals through intimidation, then we'll make sure to shut you down. Those are the 3 rules, you get it?
Yes, understood. I don't suppose
cause
you'd
any
be able
trouble.
to direct me somewhere where I could either find a bit of work or part with a few coins. I don't have much left on me, so I'd be looking to get a few more.
There's only one place nearby that could really help you spend your money. I mean, you could sell any of the goods or buy any of the goods here. But the Thundering Lizard, keep this a secret as well. The owner there and I have a bit of a deal. Every night they host a fight pit, and you can bet money on that if you'd like.
Oh.
Or you
Don't
could enter
suppose
it.
there'd be... Ah, there's what I'm looking for.
But you have to book for the next night. They book for a night.
Oh, it's understandable. You got to print up all the papers and everything.
Of course, it's a lot of work. Make sure this all stays discreet. You'd like to keep it that way.
All right.
Last bit of information I need to know before you go on your way. Who told you about this place?
To be honest, I kind of just found it.
Are you lying?
Well, I did talk to a few,
Make a deception check with advantage then, because you're
I'm-
not telling
hold-
the whole truth, right?
Well, hold on, I'm getting there. I did, talk to a few, colorful folk earlier in the day saying to come back here after, talking about a friend of mine. And they said to come back later to look for work or whatever, but apparently they were just trying to, get rid of me or something.
Okay, then. Suppose they can't be at fault. Alright, you can go on your way then. That's all I needed.
Thank-
If you have any
thank
more
you, lad.
questions or you ever need another trip through the island, then.
I'll be sure to look you up.
Right.
I'm gonna make my way to the Stegopegasus or whatever.
Thundering Lizard?
Yeah, that place.
Okay. You enter into the Thundering Lizard, this rather run-down bar you recognize from the night prior. You see the giant, what looks like Tyrannosaurus skull, whether or not it's made of false material or it's a real skull, you aren't sure. But you enter into the mouth of this skull into the front door, and once you enter in, it seems like the place is completely quiet. No one's really around, except for the owner, Grooge, who currently just sits at the front desk, wiping it off, looking through some papers to the side.
So, this is like a tavern, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go sit at
It's an
the
inn.
bar.
It's an inn,
Oh, yeah.
technically, but yeah.
I'm gonna go sit at the bar.
Take a seat down, and Grooge just walks up to you and says, "So what do you want?"
Oh, I'm just here looking for some kind of activity or like entertainment, if you will. I'm new to the city and I don't really know my way around too terribly well. I know a few things here and there, but that's about it.
Were you the one who came in earlier with that colorful group of people?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow. Bring 10 gold. Just for the entire group. And bring them along with you. Or at least the two big ones.
Ah, I see what you're getting at here. I
And-
don't know if they'd be willing to participate in that sort of entertainment.
I'll figure out if they are.
Would definitely be rather entertaining to watch it, but I don't think they'll fight each other.
If you can convince at least... They don't have to fight each other, but... If you can convince at least one person to join in, then we'll let you in.
I may have a few ideas.
She says, "Follow me." And she walks to one of the corners of the bar where you see the one colorful carpet in this entire establishment, covered in refuse, like liquids of some kinds, alcohol, spittle. You don't know. You don't care. Blood doesn't matter. She lifts up the rug and throws it to the side and says, "Here you go." And you see a hatch underneath it. Whenever you
Now,
come
you-
back tomorrow, this is it.
You don't suppose that that covering may be a bit gaudy, if you will? Little obvious.
It's not like anyone else walks in here.
Ah, fair enough.
Only the crazy do. You're insane. Either way, be on your way. Just come back tomorrow with the said things, and We can talk more.
Will do.
If I'm not around, just use the hatch. One of the bookies will get you.
Alright.
Anyways, she kind of just motions at the door. Unless you
I'll
sleep
take my
in here.
leave. Well, how much do you charge per night?
5 silver. Unless you plan to fight tomorrow, then you'll get a room for free.
What would be my competition?
Can't really give out names till you're down in the pit. That's for you to find out. Just know they'll be similar weight class to you.
Oh yeah, I think I'll actually like to participate. It's been a while since I've been in a good scrap. Are these aren't to the death, obviously, alright?
Now, if you would like.
Karma quick.
How
thing
does
with
one
the
do
butcher.
that
Never mind, I'll take my
on?
All right. Here's where we
What?
go. Oh, hold on.
Never mind, your stream had a
Yeah, I
weird
know.
thing on it.
How
It's
does
okay.
one long rest?
Oh, I see it. You go to your character sheet, and right under hit die, there's short and long rest.
Huh?
On your character sheet, you remember how to get
Your
there?
character
And
sheet.
like one of you
I'm
explain
sitting on it.
how to. One of you explain how to long rest. I'm gonna quickly run upstairs and
Okay.
grab some.
Under the
Okay.
attributes
Are you-
tab. You see that?
Attributes.
You can also go to the
No, when-
actors directory. It's under the tab, like the third tab on the right.
Right. Yep. Okay. And then when you look at hit dice, second one to the right.
Huh?
Okay, you've got your health, and then you've got your hit dice.
Are you guys looking at it on D&D Beyond or on Foundry?
On Foundry.
Boundary.
Okay, you've got your character picture. Two of the bigger boxes to the right. You got your hit dice. Right there is your long and short rest.
Oh!
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, there you go.
You've been playing too much Daisy. Your brain is scrambled.
GG.
GG easy. No re. No re!
I'm really curious as to see, like, if you're able to convince Wolf or Ezra to come with you. Who the fuck are they gonna put up against me if I go with you?
That's what I'm curious about, because I'm fighting, because I need to make some coin. I have like 2 gold left.
The only person that's really come anywhere close to my size was that vice captain I fought when I first woke up.
Well, it'll probably either be an orc or it'll be
You're
a
gonna be
tag team
Fighting
thing.
you're gonna fight like a gladiator stat blocking. You're gonna get your ass torn.
I mean, to be fair, it's most likely just going to be bare knuckle fist fight, and I don't exactly know how somebody's knuckles are going to do when punching solid stone.
My
Let
stream
alone
is
stone that will
struggling,
absorb
bro.
the blood that comes from it.
Yep.
Nah, Max. I'm just gonna be fighting the Corn Lord himself. I'll be right back. My fucking AC clicked off again.
Max, where? What? Oh, here? I see. Max, I loaded in to that server, by the way. I saw your fucking Corntopia. It's disturbing, is what it is. Not the porn lord, Nord. No, corn, corn, like the vegetable.
Oh my god. I ran out of what Carmen gave me. I'm sorry.
What?
I did what I could.
Oh, hey, look. I have paw points.
Oh no. No! No!
Yeah, I have 14k. I'm saving. I gotta keep,
I'm back.
it's gonna take me forever.
Alrighty, here.
I'm surprised Karma hasn't
Yeet.
come up with a bunch of shit
Yeet.
to hit all the other characters.
Now that you've all rested, just gonna nice and early in the morning here.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh.
So, I suppose all of you at this point would be finally rousing from your rest. We'll start with those of you that are currently in Kaya's House of Respite. When you wake up, it's quiet, nice, relaxing, not a problem in the world. You all rouse from your sleep. I'd say, Cinder, in the night you probably would have heard rather disturbing murmurs from your other party member sitting on the cushioned chair to the side who kept you up a tiny bit, but you still managed to get a full rest. Despite that, and the both of you come to wake in the morning.
Bleh.
So,
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah. No, I already did that joke.
Return of
I
Stud!
hate this.
Cinder like
Oh,
climbs out of
no,
the
this
bed and
joke
like
fucking
stretches their
sucks.
wings.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hope you enjoyed your chair there, buddy.
It's more comfortable than the tunnels of the Underdark.
Eloise in the distance, I beg to differ.
Spooky. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Just flies out the window.
Are you gonna go out the window?
Well, you can do whatever you like to do, but
Yeah.
I heard that they would be serving food.
Fly out the window and find Wolf and Asher.
Oh my God. I suppose, Byron, are you gonna work your way to the food?
Oh yeah.
Nice, nice breakfast.
Spooky. Okay, bye.
Byron, you leave through the doorway and are met with another figure who wakes up around the same time as you. I'll go ahead and post a picture of her in OC. Who looks very dressed to the occasion, carrying a massive battle axe to their side.
Oh. I opened the wrong picture on my stream.
What did you open the
The-
cheese sticks?
The mozzarella stick.
Sorry, go ahead.
Got him.
Anyway, the figure, and you clearly can see a little badge onto their chest, which seems to depict that similar flying snake you saw in the Zentarium guards outside of the Merchants District. Just kind of nods their head as they're passing by you. Will be walking on their way.
I guess as they pass, I'll just say, respectful choice in weaponry.
She kind of turns around and says, "Well, you need an intimidating weapon to keep people straight."
Yes, just admiring it. Prefer the same thing.
What weapon do you use?
I use a battle axe.
Oh, same thing. Alright, she said, "Well, I can respect another who'd use a similar weapon. The name's Toshlin. Pleasure to meet you."
The name is Viren.
Wonderful. You know
Just
what?
heading down to get something to eat.
Similar here. We should chat a bit more. If you wouldn't mind, of course, over breakfast. I have some questions, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. Be glad to answer.
And she just nods and heads down first to the stairs, waiting and for whenever you were going to arrive.
Well, the other person that I could have paid for their food left, so I only have to pay for one.
Wonderful. Then I'll say you get to the actual room, and you see Kaya now, a female elf, the wife of the man who greeted you in the night, currently preparing a breakfast and bringing it out with her husband. As they work, it's almost a feverish pace, as there's a lot of people in this place, surprisingly, but the tables are spread out, almost like a lower class, like kind of like a not as a. It's fancy, but it's like a restaurant almost.
Oh,
During
yeah, we
the
got
day.
a diner.
Yeah, nice place. And you see your guests sitting at the table. The rest of you two, I suppose. Well, if you don't exactly sleep, also you'll be the first to notice the small fairy creature floating down from the windowsill, and landing on the ground in front of you. And as your lizard begins to freak out at the sight of Cinder, who
I'm
forgot
going to
in
very-
the matter of a day.
I'm going to very quickly use speak with animal and be like, no, Supina, it's okay. This is a
No.
friend.
Friend?
This is a friend.
Real lizard brain.
Friend.
This is friend.
Friend.
Friend's
will-
name is Cinder. This is a
Lizard
friend.
calms down. Friend.
Friend.
Yes, friend.
Okay,
I just
morning.
imagine that it's just
Going on
literally just a bunch of hissing. Just a ton of hissing.
Good morning. Hiss, 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 hiss.
I will just look at
I forgot that. Sorry, I was speaking with Supina. I got stuck talking in Supina's language, I suppose. Good
Literally.
morning, Cinder.
Not a thought in their head.
Listen, I vibe with this lizard on a reptile to reptile level, okay?
Yes, good morning,
Nerd, I
you
have a
two.
question.
Uh-huh.
Would I be able to kind of like somewhat understand Subpoena, seeing as how I can talk to a different kind of reptile?
Particularly.
No, it's just kind of like
No, I would say
yeah,
no.
no. Okay, I just wanted to be sure if I was catching bits and pieces in there.
Tell me, can you speak Draconic?
No, I can speak something else.
Okay.
Well, no dragons actually do not have a thought in their heads.
But I will just look down at Cinder and wave. Good morning, little one.
Yeah. I got to sleep in the bed. Ryan's kind of weird, though. He slept in the chair, and he talked to himself. But other than that, it was good.
I noticed that Viren is quite peculiar, but I suppose he keeps to his own, so that is good enough for me as long as he does not make it to my problem.
Where's the cat guy, though? That's the question.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him all night.
Oh, the kitty cat? He went over toward the Teriki Anchorage.
And he
He has
didn't
a
come
return.
back.
He died.
I'll be back.
Gang violence. Really a problem in Nyanzaro.
Well, little one, I'm sure you should probably head inside. You're probably hungry.
I guess. I mean, I have a small stomach, but...
I'll just kind of go over to my pouch real quick and just kind of hand her 2 gold coins. It's like, here you go. I overheard that you have to pay for food.
Oh. Okay.
Bring something out for Azur and the lizard.
Okay.
Are you guys not gonna go in?
I imagine Azur wouldn't want to leave her lizard, and I'm not going inside. I can't even fucking eat.
feed in my saddlebags from my Lizarde.
So
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna eat
you need
your
food.
breakfast with your lizard outside like a freak.
Yeah, like a freak. Yeah, say it with your fucking chest, bitch.
Like a freak. It takes a lot to really, for my brain to take in what's happening.
So here's what's
sometimes.
gonna happen. Cinder's gonna go in and buy themselves some food. They're gonna eat the food, and then they're gonna buy Azure some food, and then they're gonna pick some up in their little tiny hands and fly it out to Azure.
Great.
Like, I suppose I could go inside to get
That's
the
all of you
food.
could. If you would
Sin-
like
sin-
to eat inside, or rather, they'll. Do you want to ask about the lizard?
Who wants to ask about the lizard? What?
They around here, I will say, they do provide like feed for any mounts.
She has food for him already. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it
Fancy.
to Azure to eat.
Don't you want your pet to have the fanciest food available?
I don't think Supina cares.
I definitely think that lizard cares.
I would be 100% honest. I'm still stuck on Cinder bringing Azure like a handful of food, and I'm just imagining her like holding it up to her, like, behold, one chicken nugget.
No, they're like cupping. It's like cupped in both of their hands, like clasped together in front of them. And they're like holding it up to Azur's mouth.
I just imagine it's like just one chicken nugget. That's what it is. Just one chicken nugget.
I suppose then, Cinder, as you enter into Kaya's house and, you go to the front, I suppose, do you say, like, announce yourself to ask for a meal?
Yeah.
The female elf Kaya will just go to the counter and start looking around. Where are you?
Oi, down here. Hello.
They look down, oh my god.
Yeah, I get that reaction a lot. I just like fly up.
That is wonderfully unique.
Yeah. I need like 2 plates of food. Yeah.
Understood. And, she goes off and says, just, what would you like?
What you got?
Well, we have imports from all around, just, it's to your fancy. Any kind of meat or vegetable you would like. We have many exotic jungle fruits and dinosaur meats and fishes.
Ooh.
We got some fresh this morning from the harbor ward.
I want fruits, but I think my friend wants fishes. I don't know what they like.
Fish. Alright, how finely would you want the fish prepared? Your friend is the one that slept outside, right?
Yeah, the blue one.
So I'm going to assume not very fine.
Yeah? I mean, I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Wonderful. And she, in a matter of minutes, not long at all, your food is brought to you, and she says, that will be a gold each.
Okay. I'm like,
That's
pull
both,
out the coins that he gave me and give it to her.
since my husband informs me you are new here, this will pay for food for the entire day if you want to come back later.
Ooh. Okay.
Right. And she leaves the food there and immediately runs off without another word to prepare some more
Okay, bye.
for your other party member who seems to be talking to a very tall and intimidatingly armored figure at another table.
I'm gonna take my fruit and the fish over to that table and sit with them while I'm eating my fruit.
Oh, okay. You wanna go sit with your with Byron and Tushlin? All right.
I'm observing.
Byron, as you take a seat and Toshlin begins eating their meal, they say, "So, Byron, was it?
Yes.
As I know I've announced myself before, but allow me to officially announce myself. I am Toshlin, Master of Arms and Mercenaries for the Zentarian. It's a pleasure meeting you here. I originate from Chult, actually, albeit I work and live in Waterdeep currently, with the rest of my friends. Your group, I think I've heard of you from a few of my mercenaries and workers. Up by the Temple of Varus, yes?
Yes.
She kind of nods her heads in a understanding manner. But it seems that you slightly interfered with business, for lack of better words.
Mm.
However,
Yeah.
you were respectful about it, so I see no reason to be disrespectful here. To each other, anyways. You didn't hurt.
Of course. Well, we try not to, when possible, since, after all, it seemed like everything was a bit of a misunderstanding.
Yes, and by we, I'm sure you mean the rest of your strange group of companions. I actually suppose I had a question. If you and your group would like, I would like to work out some sort of a business arrangement or a deal. It's not often that adventuring groups or large portions of people willing to go into the jungle wander through here, as a matter of fact. The last one that entered was the company of the Yellow Banner, and haven't come back in a long time.
Well,
Yeah, I suppose by this point,
we
Cinder,
would-
you'd find the
it's unfortunate I can't speak for the rest of them. We're not super
I-
well acquainted, but
simply require you only to ask them if you wouldn't mind.
of course,
If they're interested, I would like to work.
no problem with asking a question.
She kind of says, and if they need any more incentive, and she pulls out a large pouch of fine leather and plops it on the table, and you hear the jingling of coins, very familiar sound to any adventurer, then I can provide.
Yeah.
On top of that,
Be
I
sure
wouldn't
to
mind
ask
providing
them.
some experience as well.
Over the course of today. That being said, if they were interested, where would we be able to find you?
I've been staying here for quite a while now. You can find me through any of my men if I'm not here.
Alright.
I have a training session going on sometime later midday. A few of my men want to go to some sort of book signing that's happening this morning. I don't know anything about it, but...
Oh, that.
Yes, Volo.
Oh, God. And she looks down to you, Sender. I didn't
Hi.
see you there.
Oh, welcome back, Cinder.
Well, that happens. Yeah, the book thingy.
She just examines you for a moment. You must be quite good at sneaking around.
Kinda.
Have you ever used a knife before?
Yeah.
Good.
Mm,
She just
Okay.
looks back to Byron. And says, anyways, suppose you can find me later if you would like. My training session will be going on towards the farther end of the Kiri anchorage in the jungles. We won't be too far out. Simply fighting off some undead. I like to throw my men into the deep end with practice.
Now, if they seem interested, we can come along and talk
Wonderful.
then, I suppose.
Wonderful to hear. Well, it's a pleasure doing business, but I must be on my way now. Goodbye to yourself. And to you too, as she looks down to you, Cinder.
Goodbye.
And to you as well.
Just stands up and politely walks away.
So I suppose that's how business is done around here.
Mm. Can you help me take this fish out to Azure, please? It's very big.
Oh, not a problem.
And you carry the fish out to Azur and Wolf. I'd say as the fish is being carried, we'll quickly jaunt on back to you, Jack. Who is deafened. Never mind.
Yeah, he is.
Anyways, you bring the food out and your group greets you kindly.
Oh, there's the little fairy friend. Hello, Cinder.
Yeah, I got you
Hello,
fish.
little
Ooh, fish? Oh, tasty. Hold on. I'll take the plate of fish and just start eating it.
I didn't bring the plate. I just brought the fish.
Yeah, I'd say before your group walked out, the two of you saw Toshlin walking out into the streets and wandering away.
Yes, hello, Wolf.
Hello.
I had
Did
fruit.
you Oh, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was fun.
Good.
Byron was talking to some weird person, though. I don't know.
Well, that's Byron.
Byron is standing right behind.
I'll just kind of look over. No offense.
Of course. I mean, well, feelings mutual, I suppose.
Cinder's gonna
Good.
take their spot on Wolf's shoulder.
God.
I'm gonna just like nod at Cinder and Byron and then just turn and immediately ignore everyone and just like pull out some dino feed from my saddlebags and just be like, "Here you go, Sabina. You want some food, Sabina? Here you go."
You and your lizard ravenously eat your food like wild animals.
Mind you, Wolf has absolutely no social cues whatsoever.
Either way, suppose conversations after you're done eating.
Have we all decided on what guide that we like the most?
Do note you do have the other two currently in Fort Bellarn to visit today as well at some point.
That's true.
Mm,
Sounds of
I'd like to know the
crunching on
events of the
fish
day.
bones in the background.
I like
Would
that
you
one
like to
lady.
be aware of the day's events that your group is aware of?
Well, we know about the book signing.
Yeah, the book.
Book signing, the Zentarium training outing, and later tonight, potentially, Fight Club.
We don't talk about Fight Club.
How far apart is the Zentarian training and the book signing?
The book signing will be going on pretty soon after the Zentarium training will take place.
I mean, they're
Okay.
literally going to be going there. We could just follow them there.
Yeah.
Tajlin is giving her men just enough time to go visit the signing.
Okay, then yeah. Well, we can. I would like to go do that. See warriors training. That's cool.
Warriors? I suppose so.
Mm,
I've been around the stinky buildings and cobblestone ground for too long. I'd like to go back into the jungle.
I would too. I feel more at home there, but as long as we're here, we might as well make the most of it.
My chat says don't talk about Fight Club.
Never talk about Fight Club.
I personally would like to get that book signed by that Mr. Volo.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Federal agents outside my house.
Either
What
way.
the hell?
So we'll be going to the book signing then. Is that the current day's plan?
I think we'll head to the training, then the book signing, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do.
Well, the book signing takes place before the. Huh?
I thought you said it takes place slightly after.
You did in fact say slightly after.
Okay, then let me correct myself if I spoke incorrectly. The book signing is taking place in the morning, as I said prior, last session, and the Zentarium training will be taking place during midday.
Well then, yeah, I guess we can go to the book signing if we got. That's unless anybody else has any ideas.
The
No.
thing that will be taking place soon after is the training, because Tashlin wants to give her men time to go to the book signing, if they wanted to.
Okay.
I'm just along for the ride. Y'all can go wherever.
Okay. Well, I guess we shall go to the book signing.
Alright.
Talk to our favorite bard.
Wizard,
Oh.
thank you very much. Wizard, expert explorer and recounter.
He's got a mouth on
Definitely.
him like a bard.
I don't want to hear anything about it after having to deal with fucking Sunstar, whatever his name was.
You wanna know something funny?
No.
Sunstar is a Tomb Raider. So is Tashlin. Tashlin is a part of the adventuring group that Sunstar was a part of. They work together. Just so you know, Sunstar is never far.
Let's go.
Star Song, rather. Not Sunstar, that's
Star
the name of
song, I don't care.
Sunstar is the name of
So why are we talking about the
yeah.
most miserable fucking 5e character?
yeah, that's the vampire from Strahd.
The
Yeah.
one who 5e hates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start walking towards the book signing. I guess with
Well, you guys
Cinder
will head
on my
to the,
shoulder.
you head to the Merchant's District, which is 16 over here.
Yes.
As you guys cross over two large bridges towards the central Merchant District, you see what looks like a massive tree inside of a stone. I don't know what to call it. Just a little stone circle with some dirt in the middle and a tree growing out of it. On this like kind of small island with little canals in between it. And around this tree setup, you see a decent-sized stage and a desk on this stage with a stack of books and Volo sitting behind it, currently just in a relaxed stance, signing away books as lines of customers, or rather fans, show up. Alongside this, you see him giving out speeches every once in a while to this large crowd that's starting to amass, some out of curiosity, some out of fandom.
I guess I'll go up and... I'm not really gonna wait in line. I'm just gonna stand next to the stand.
And as your group approaches, Volo says, "Oh, lovely! My friends!" And he stands up from his seat in almost an instant, taking a bow and says, "Everybody, let me introduce you to this strange group that I found the other day.
Wow.
Aren't they magnificent?"
I'm just gonna give a
Excuse
deadpan
you.
stare.
Excuse you, little man, but we're not for sure.
Oh, of course not. I'm simply rather riling up your group's name.
Well, whatever would you want to do that for?
Well, you want to make a name for yourself, right?
Why?
I suppose I was wrong to assume your motivations. Well, either way, this group of adventurers is going to be one out of a long time that's supposedly heading into the jungle. And I'm here today to announce to you, all my beloved fans, that Volo will be giving them a free, signed copy of my manual of the different creatures they'll run into in this jungle adventure, so that they may survive longer on their tireless and difficult journey. And should they turn back alive, surely they will have Volo's Guide to Monsters to thank for such.
Fuck off, nerd.
No, Volo, it got discontinued.
He picks up the book and holds it into the air as the crowd starts cheering. He says, "Sorry, but I have to put on a show."
Whatever would you want to do that for?
It's part of his work, I think.
And he
Why would
signs
anyone want
the
that?
book in great text, almost obscuring the cover of the book, and hands it to you, Wolf.
Thank you.
Take this book of my knowledge and use it well.
Real quick, nerd. Is he signing and selling all different kinds of his books? Like, cause he's wrote many.
Currently, he has wrote many, but currently he is announcing his Guide to Monsters, his newest book. And this
Does
is
he have any other of his books around him?
You'd have to ask him. He doesn't have them around him currently, not like on this this little venue.
I don't really know how to word this, but I want to ask him, what is the largest and thickest and densest book that he
What's
has
the
written?
heaviest thing? What weighs the most?
What's the biggest book he has ever written?
Volo says,
Can I get that one in double hardcover?
That would be the original limited edition copy of Volo's Guides to Spell and Sorceries.
Do you have a copy of that on you?
I have one back at where I'm staying with one of the merchant princes. However, it is quite rare, valuable to me. We'd have to do a bit of a trade for that one. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, I am more than willing to bargain. I have money, I have knowledge.
He says, "Then let me ask you one more thing." And you see a bit of a mischievous smile going over his face.
Oh no.
Do you... You said you aren't here to make a name for yourselves, correct?
Not exactly.
Does your posse necessarily care about popularity?
Nerd, is he asking if he can take the credit for this?
Shut up. Answer the question.
That's 100% what the fuck he's asking.
Of course, that's what he's asking. It's a Volo.
No, we are not.
Looks to the rest of you.
I cannot speak for them, though.
Well,
I'm just
Then-
here.
just
I
here.
I don't know why I would want to be popular. I mean, half the dock already thinks that I can summon lightning.
Take that as a no. Wonderful.
We don't mind.
Wonderful. In that case, and he looks towards the crowd again, Volo will be joining this group on their expedition, perilously and bravely leading them through the jungles towards a new mystery that I have uncovered. One far south towards the Lizard Mountains. Supposedly, nature spirits, horrible, terrible things, wander there, an amalgamation, a disgrace to mankind and monsterkind alike. And
Is he
I
actually
will be
coming with us?
collecting information on it bravely. And
Probably.
at the same time protecting this quite new and vulnerable group on our expedition. With
Is-
knowledge, of course.
Is he actually coming with us?
Most likely.
He kind of just gives a big smile and looks towards your group after announcing this.
I'm gonna chuck him into the maw of a Tyrannosaurus
Ah!
Rex first chance I get.
He's gonna live. This man lived the spell plague because he just happened to be frozen in time.
Let me tell you a Volo story real quick, everyone. Once long ago, Volo was on his ship heading to a mysterious island somewhere off the Sword's coast. While he was there, he was enjoying a nice bowl of soup. While he was about to eat his soup, he spotted a pod of dolphins off the side of the ship. He went to go look at them, and one of the crewmates stole and ate his soup. That crewmate shortly after died of poison, causing Volo to live.
He's a walking Deus Ex Machina, but only
Yes.
for himself.
He's got one ability in his stat sheet known as plot armor.
That's not actually on his stat sheet.
No?
I was gonna say, because if a motherfucker actually wrote that on his stat sheet, I was gonna be pissed.
Might as well.
They might as yeah, this fucker's resilient, he's a cockroach. But he looks towards your group expectantly. Well?
We were actually going to go hire another person, but I mean, you can go if you want.
Just play along. We don't actually have to do this.
Oh,
Not anytime soon if you don't want.
oh,
Alright.
On the show.
okay.
Well, to all of you, what say you to accepting the company of the mighty and well-known explorer and expert recounter Volothamp Gedarm?
I'll just kind of shrug.
We'd be glad to have such an experienced traveler, I suppose.
Yay!
See?
Yeah.
He kind of points to the group. Cheers! Wonderful. In that case, we will leave, let's say, whenever you are ready. You may take your time if you so like, as Willow has many things to prepare before his expedition. Sorry to the rest of you, but we will be ending this book signing shortly, as I must prepare myself for the inevitable dangers ahead.
Oh, you gotta start speaking common, dude. All you're speaking in is glock, glock, glock.
All,
Shut
Wait.
down the menu.
wait, you know what, nerd? I have a question for everybody right now.
Mhm.
I think we just had another new option opened up for our fucking jungle guide.
He's not gonna actually be able to guide
He's-
us anywhere.
He's like a mid-adventure kind of guide. I guess whenever you guys want to go to the Sky Lizard Mountains, let him know.
Yeah, but like, think about it. We got the luckiest motherfucker in existence as our guide. We can't get into trouble.
You're right. He is lucky.
Welcome back.
Sorry, one of the crotch gremlins was being
Now that-
crotch gremlin-y.
Now that you're back, Jack, one of you can explain what happened. We're gonna go ahead and quickly cut to Jack, as the rest of you are, I suppose, watching as the crowd leaves the venue before a conversation with Bola. Jack, the
Mhm.
tavern is as quiet as it was in night and morning. However, you see some of the usual guests, Hugh and Azaka currently in their usual positions. You see the Tabaxi twins as well enjoying a meal, and a few other random guests of which you aren't aware of the names or personalities of.
Alright, I would like to get breakfast.
You get served fish, mostly
sweet.
cooked.
Sweet.
Mostly.
What kind of fish?
Big old fish.
Yeah? What
Just
kind of
for
fish?
you. Good one. Catfish.
Literally the first fish that come to mind.
Yep.
Good lord.
You
Yep.
kind of jumped into that though.
And I'm gonna eat it.
Alright, you enjoy your meal, kinda, and then I suppose leave
Can I
to go
douse
find your-
it in Tabasco?
Shh. They don't have spices around here. Did you want to pick some
The
of those up in the night
fuck
market?
subsidiary of the British Empire is this bullshit?
Do you want to pick some spices up in the night market?
Might as well.
A gold.
Never mind. I'll pick my own.
Alright. You'll have to find that in the jungles later on. Either way, you finish your meal when you look for your group?
Yeah.
You approach your group in the Merchants District at the You Are Here marker currently. Next to this great tree, you see Volothamp Gedarm next to them, currently bravely and boldly announcing that he will be joining your group in your expedition towards the Sky Lizard Mountains to courageously and heroically guide you on your way. And then the rest of the crowd starting to disperse as you walk up to your group, who now just kind of stands there awkwardly.
Alright, laddie, and who in the name of the Nine Hells are you?
Hello, I'm Bola. We met the other day.
Hmm.
It's okay.
Refresh my memory.
He has a bad memory. He's dumb. It's okay.
Volothamp Gedum, expert recounter and explorer. I was at the Merchant Prince District. I was outside of Jabal's house.
Oh, you didn't leave
You
much of a
told
lasting
me.
impression, I guess.
That's a bit of a blow to the old ego, but nothing I can't take.
I bet.
So where have you been all night, our fuzzy little friend?
Oh, I told you, it's taking care of business. I do
so
actually have...
how much cream did you drink with the other kitty cats?
Do Tabaxi drink cream?
I couldn't tell if it was cream or milk, but he seemed to have gotten upset when I said milk. So
Personally, I
assume
prefer
cream?
fish, but...
Oh, I got fish for Azure earlier. You missed it then.
He just writes down in his book, Tabaxi from Chult exhibit cat-like behaviors.
Oh, look, doesn't everybody enjoy a bit of cream now and then? It's rich.
Of
And
course,
it's hard to come by around here.
don't know.
I think it's just you, little kitty cat.
I mean, look around. Look at all these fucking dinosaurs. Do you really want to suckle on one of their nips? I don't think so. Do you know how hard it is to come across a fucking cow around here?
Well, then tell me then, little kitty cat, what did you do? Did you sit there and groom each other?
What I did was none of your business, lass.
Oh, you don't need to be embarrassed about grooming each other. I thought that was something that all kitty cats did.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's getting angry.
Rolo says, group exhibits violent tendencies.
I'll show you violent tendencies.
Huh? Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Jack, no. Jack,
Don't
no.
mind me. Just writing things down.
Anyway, any whore. I have a bit of a proposition for you, Dino.
Any whore?
statue.
What is
Dino?
What is a whore? Wolf, what is a whore? I don't know what that is.
The type of horse. Don't worry about it.
Good answer.
I don't think that's a horse.
Good
I know what
answer,
a horse
Jack.
is.
His line of questioning is concluded.
Anyway, I have a bit of a proposition for Dragon Lady and Statue Boy here.
Volo carefully listening in on the side.
That is not my name, but go on.
I've got a bit of a side project I wanted to try you guys on, since, we've not really properly had the opportunity to see each other fight, and since I missed most of it on the ship as I was dealing with my end of it.
It's a shame you did not get to see me finish what I started. You would be
I would be very interested in seeing what you can do under controlled circumstances.
Control and fight are not exactly what I would call my strengths.
Think of it as wrestling, but a bit more contact-ish.
I'm gonna lean over to Cinder and ask, what's wrestling?
This one, two people, they like hug each other, but angry.
Wrestling? Did any of the Yuan-Ti ever have anything like this?
Nah.
Okay, given your
Not
age,
really.
I'd say
They had murder.
chalk it up. I'd say more given your age. Think about it as trial by combat, but with less death.
Oh, okay.
I imagine that both Wolf and Azure are just sitting there going, okay.
Yeah, hugging,
It would
but
be
angry.
technically trial by combat, but everybody walks away.
So
Mostly.
it's like where you fight each other, but why wouldn't you want to kill them?
Well, because usually it's just people testing their metal. How do you get better if you're dead?
But out in the jungle, when you want to test your metal, it's usually because the group thinks you're weak and they want you out.
The only type of wrestling or combat where usually
It's
both
more of a
parties
feat of
walk away-
strength, but good lord. How about we just drop it? I need you both to do some things for me.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at here. I may have swung us a deal for at least as far as us three here, getting a free night at the inn we were at the other
Ringleton.
night. Yeah, that place.
I mean,
Oh, at the Grudges?
Yes, but
Why?
Combat.
but we'll talk about it later when there are less ears about.
Oh,
Well,
why
says-
can't we talk about it now? What
Because
is
there's
there
too
to
much
dis-
corn and too many potatoes, if you know what I mean.
Says,
I
I
don't
see
I-
the problem here.
I don't know what you mean.
anyway,
I tell you, I have no corn nor potatoes, my friend.
He thinks it's a private conversation, I think.
I am
Well,
going
it doesn't
to...
know what a private conversation is.
I'm just going to start walking and talking to Jack as I go and say, well, whenever this comes about, come talk to me and I will see what I can do. If you need me, I will be going to watch the soldiers train in the city.
Just if nothing else, if we don't see you before sunfall, just meet us at the tavern.
Okay.
Byron,
wish-
I'll just say, at this point, while the group's wandering off, Velo will just kind of approach you and Desire if you're still around and say, or and Cinder, I suppose, and say, well, I suppose, this is where we part ways for now. Come find me later if you're interested in that proposition I mentioned earlier. Till then, ta. And he wanders off.
I'm gonna be following Wolf toward the jungle. Wings just kind of flapping a little bit in excitement behind me. Oh man, it's been so long since I've gotten to go into the jungle. I've been around these buildings for far too long.
I am curious to see how these soldiers train. I'm wondering if they are keeping up with Chult traditions these days.
I'm not sure if this Imperium follow Chult tradition.
I mean, it can't be that far off, right? Warriors are warriors at the end of the day, no matter what age they come from.
I suppose so. It's like I'll trail off like the rest of the sentence I was gonna say, but in Draconic instead, like just kind of forgetting that I needed to be speaking Common.
I'm just kind of gonna just ignore as soon as she starts talking Draconic because I don't understand it, so I don't even bother to try.
She's just gonna blink and then clear her throat and go. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. I forget. I forget that the people cannot speak Draconic.
As there's the kind of dragon that closes her eyes one eyelid at a time like a chameleon, huh?
No thoughts at him.
Azure and Sabina get along for a very good reason.
Fair enough. Pretty sure you both were born in the same circumstances. Anyway, I'm just gonna head over to where the Zentarians are training.
I'll be
So you're-
following behind.
So your entire group is heading over here?
If
If they
there's
want to
anywhere
follow.
else. Yeah, if they want to.
Since I hear no objections, we'll just
Actually, I want to go fishing.
Mhm.
you can do that along the way. I want to keep the
How do-
group together as much as possible.
How do you walk and fish? What kind of river subsidy is this? Just gonna be fishing in
So
the
do that
poo creek.
afterwards at some point during whenever everything is winding down, so that the group doesn't split up from each other. Sound good?
Eh,
We can just say there's a river next to where they're training.
Alright.
maybe.
Well, either way, your group. You head to Malar's throat, and check it here. You head out towards where the Zentarium told you to meet them, or rather, where Tashlin told you to go. You go out a bit of a ways into the jungle, a bit out of your comfort zone for some of you, for others, right in your comfort zone. And a bit of a ways in, swatting away bugs that would otherwise try and cause you some issues, for those of you that worry about such things. You eventually hear loud shouting and the swinging of blades far into the distance.
Now that is a sound I am most familiar with.
And I suppose you push through the tree line and see before you what looks like a beautifully established line of soldiers, all clad in plate armor. Seems to be 5 plate armored soldiers at the moment right now, and 10 rather less trained looking fellows behind them, all lined up, some doing exercises right now, and all of them holding bloodied weapons, as you see what looks like undead zombies, skeletons, other terrible creatures off to the side in a pile that's currently being set ablaze by one of the plate armored figures. And Tashlin just stands looking towards all of them, wiping sweat from her brow, and turning to your group and says, "Welcome. Glad to see you showed up."
Oh, the fighting looks very exciting. Is that a battle axe? It's really large.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, had it from my lich hunting days.
Liches. Those are the scary undead wizard people, right?
Scary undead wizard people is definitely one way to describe them.
This is quite the mighty weapon.
Yes, me and my crew back in our younger years would go into lich tombs and clean them out for treasures.
Oh, it's very respectable.
Well, I suppose you can't say it is when we did it all for the money.
People have their motives.
How goes the training of these soldiers?
Well, currently I have my higher recruits, the ones in the armor, training some of the newer take-ins. You see, not a lot of us were prepared for the jungle climate. Or at least, not many of the new recruits. We got many of them from Waterdeep, a much more tropical area, and brought them on over here. I'm sure you can see the difficulties we'd be encountering.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Chult jungles are quite difficult to survive in.
Yes, that they
Of
are.
course.
But you need to be strong to survive, which is why I'm training these men here.
Would you care if I were to offer any assistance in training? I happen to have quite the knowledge of how to survive this place back in when I was trained.
If you would like, but I have a proposition for all of you, if you want to hear it.
I don't see why not.
On behalf of the Doom Raiders and Zentarian of Waterdeep, I would like to propose a bit of a deal. We were trying to gather information on a specific figure from Father Zatimbi. We heard that he has the abilities to see into the future, divine different aspects of reality. So we were hoping he'd be able to get us information on this figure. However, your group interrupted in the middle of our asking of him.
Oh, just ask a little nicer. People would be more inclined to answer.
Sometimes it's not as simple as that. Besides, I don't necessarily get paid to do nice.
Sometimes the answers to the questions you seek are better left unknown.
I'm sorry, but when someone's paying us a hefty amount of gold to do a job, we'll do whatever it takes to get it done. Right now, the merchant princes are paying us to guard their keeps, but on the side, we've been given another task. To track down an individual known as Artist Simber. He has something that one of our clientele are seeking, and we need information on where he could be. If your group is able to collect any of this information, I'd pay handsomely.
I so badly want to start like a circular discussion of just like, oh, don't you mean he's over there? What do you mean over there? Yeah, right over there. I don't see anyone over there. Oh, I'm sorry. It must have been over here.
Pretty sure that's the quickest way for her to show you what that battle axe does
She
up
says,
close.
before, we were going to offer Zatimbi 500 gold, a precious gemstone of mine, from a friend, as payment for this information, but we can offer such payment to you instead if you're interested.
So what does this Artist Ember person? What does he do?
We aren't getting paid to know that.
Hmm.
We
What-
simply
what
need to
did-
know where he is, so we can capture him and bring him in.
Do you know where his last known location would be?
We know he's somewhere in the jungles right now, but we're not sure where.
If I could roll my eyes, I would.
And that is why we need
Not
information.
Because that is not fucking helpful.
Yeah, well, you asked.
I mean, they're asking divination spirits to solve their problems. I don't think they have anything to start on.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's just like one of those things where it's just like, they're in the jungle. You mean on the jungle continent? Yes, thank you.
Okay,
That really narrows
Sherlock.
it down.
She says that is why we're trying to gather information. Like we said, we simply want to know where he is, and if you are able and bring him in, then we might be able to offer you some more.
If we get the info, we'll come to you.
She says, I must warn you though, there are other factions on the island currently at play that are, to our intel, seeking
Bless you.
similar information.
Thank you.
Those factions would include the Harpers and the Flaming Fists. If they were to get this information first and bring it to their clientele, that would ruin our business. So, I might offer a bit extra if you find anyone with this kind of information and silence them.
Oh.
Your methods are your own. This is the jungle. Laws don't work the same.
Apparently not anymore. Oh,
Either
geez.
way, if you're able to get a simple name and you know they're in the city and you don't want to cause a commotion, tell me and I can pay for their assassination formally.
Seems a little bit extreme.
Well, assassinations are a service. I might as well get use of them.
Where I was from,
That's-
if we want someone silenced and we didn't want to kill them, we simply just removed their vocal cords.
Ooh.
Well, why wouldn't you just kill them yourself? It's like
Sure.
it.
Yes, a bit more merciful around here. Rather, we don't want them alive at all. Quick and simple is our motto.
Well, I guess that's your choice, not mine. Either way.
But your choice is whether or not you want to assist with this job. And should you take the job, I'm sure the Zentarium can offer other services if they're necessary as well.
I mean, I'd rather be on the good side of the assassin organization, if I'm being honest. But I can't, like, I guess it's a group thing. I can't really just. speak
Yeah,
for
you can all
everybody
discuss
here.
that in character your decision.
And I don't really see any downsides here.
I mean, Works enough.
I mean, granted, like we could just, if we come across the Harpers or the Flaming Fists, and they're also looking for the same thing, we could just hear what their offers are and just kind of weigh them out. Then we don't have to tell them that we're working with the Centarium just yet. Just saying.
I don't really see why not to work with them.
Yeah, there's no real downside. She hasn't
Well,
offered
no.
us like any like, oh, if you don't do this, then we'll kill you or anything like that. So it's only an upside. So yeah,
But I feel like it's implied.
a lot of things are implied around here. Like how I implied going to get that Volo's book because I love his work so much.
Oh well,
No,
I have friends with the author.
I
And that-
really hope that fucking book has like a gilded metal plate on it. I hope it does.
A large metal plate. Thanks. I'm glad that we're dwarves. We don't know what leather is.
Nah. Get a real hardcover on that.
Double
God.
hardcover book, signed by Volo.
Great. Next thing you tell me, you're gonna take Volo and use him to beat the guy to death.
Honest to God, that might be my second idea. If the book don't work out. If any, actually, you know what? I'll fucking invite Volo along to recount the tale of how I bludgeoned somebody to death.
Oh my God. Expert recounter.
Yeah. He can fucking sell the book that was used
Either
to
way.
murder him. Real bloodstains still
So-
on it. Brings the value up.
It seems your group's current decision to work with the Zentarium is a yes. Are there any opposition to this decision?
No, I don't
I
think
hear
so.
none. All right. Then you may work with the Zentarium. She hears your verdict. She says, "Wonderful to hear. The Zentarium does come with its benefits," and she produces badges for all the members of your group, sized equally for each of you, smaller and larger, and hands them to each of you. You can carry this around as you please and produce it should any of my men give you trouble. And
So it's
they
like
might-
a
they might look the other way if you do something uncouth.
so this is sort of like a what do some people call it? Like a hall pass, I think. I'm
I wouldn't,
not sure the common word.
don't know if I'd call it a hall pass. More like, just, it shows who you're working with. That's all you need to know.
Okay. Like a badge. I think it's the
Yes.
common word.
A badge.
I am going to walk over to. Well, real quick, I want to ask her. Is just like, is there anyone else leading the charge and training these soldiers?
She says, that would be the ones in plate armor, my more trained men that I brought along with me.
Are
Some
any of
Here being trained are from the island themselves, and they joined in.
are any of like the newer soldiers using Yakulwas?
A few of them, actually.
Would
Cool.
they be like grossly misusing them
A
or
few
making
of them.
mistakes?
Although it seems many of these mistakes are being quickly corrected by the ones training them, they are making mistakes. Many of.
I would like to go over and assist with this.
Zer would also like to go over and assist with this. She'll kind of start just hissing a little bit in Yuan Ti and go, ay, oh no, that's very wrong.
Hiya.
Ay, wash your eyes.
Anyways, while your group is
People?
while your group is here, let me tell you of a bit of a little feature I'm going to be offering to anyone who wishes to partake in such. Now that you're working with the Zentarium and being trained with them, if you would like, let me remember her name. Tashlin is a battle master and can potentially help teach some of you of more martial variety some battle master maneuvers.
Oh, yes.
Albeit, it would be similar to the feat that offers such an ability. It will cost money, and a pretty decent amount, I'd say weighing in around 150 gold for the feat itself.
Okay.
Let me get the feat and link it to each of you. Wish to know about it.
I am curious to learn these Battlemaster maneuvers.
I don't have that type of money.
I do.
Karma for the record. I didn't try to grab his ass or slap it. I full handful. Not my fault. He double cheeked up.
Here, it is. I posted it in the OOC chat. For those of you of martial style, if you pay 150 gold, you can get this feat,
Okay. Two
the martial
maneuver.
adept feat.
Okay.
You could always have my money. It's not like I have use for it.
Money.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Must be funny
For
in
those of
a
you
rich man's world.
For those of you who want to read into the feats or the maneuvers themselves, this is where they are.
Oh wow, there's a good amount of these too.
There is, and you may look for them after session if you would like to. You don't have to take them now.
Yeah, you know what? I will pay her the gold and learn 2 of these. I feel like these will actually be useful.
All right, I will give you the hint. If you want to wait to see some of these maneuvers, the Fight Club happening later tonight is going to make use of some of them.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take a rain check on that and then like
You can
come
get it
back
later
to her
if you want
later.
to.
Yeah.
And she'll train you personally some of her commander maneuvers.
Cool.
All right. And you know this offer does go, Viren, for your information here. You are quite low on money at the moment. If you want to come back much later when you have the funds, you may.
Oh,
The time
works
frame
for
isn't-
me.
The time frame isn't what matters here. It's whenever you're able to. Anyways, off like that. Your group, where will you be heading next? Now the entire day ahead of you, and I suppose you guys offer your hand into training some of the lesser recruits.
Yes.
Doing so does earn you a favorable reputation with the Zentarium, as many of the guards now recognize your faces and respect you as such. I'll say a few undead will come wandering out of the jungles, drawn in by the commotion, and your group, along with the Zentarium, would quickly execute them. The way it works is they force some of the newer recruits, approximately a duo of them, to fight off some of the undead, and if it seems that they're losing, then the tougher guards will step in and
Okay.
assist them.
Kind of give them like live battle experience.
Trial
Okay.
by fire for what lies in the jungles.
I can respect that.
And
Azur will just kind of be like floating around giving tips on how to actually use the Yakalua.
as the day kind of travels on and lunchtime travels around, Toshlin will just use her battle axe, find a smaller tree, chop it down, and then start a small fire by the side and bring out some rations and foods and prepare them for everyone. Or kind of offer anyone to cook on the fire that wants to most of her men as they all sit down and take a break after training.
I'll be over with Subpoena giving her the dino feed.
Toshlin says, "That mount you have there, one from the city, yes?"
No, I found her as an egg out in the jungle.
Interesting. Might I
Alright.
ask, will you and your mount be participating in tomorrow's dinosaur races?
Oh no, we're not particularly fast.
Well, one way or another, I'd recommend at least showing up to take a look at it. I hear it's going to be
of
exciting
course.
tomorrow.
Of course, and I'm just gonna kind of lean in and whisper and go, just so you know, Subpoena says the Triceratops are plotting to steal all the food at the stables.
You said this to who?
I'm telling this to Toshlin.
Toshlin kind of just looks at you a little confused and says, "Right." Either way,
I'm not sure if you know other people capable, but there's like I have an ability to be able to speak and communicate with other animals. Most of the
Face.
animals around the island, as some of them are a little bit too dumb to speak.
I do have a
You would
friend.
know too, wouldn't you?
His name is Ziraj. He knows this sort of trick, so I'm aware. Alright then. Well, last question I suppose I'll ask you. Is that lizard of yours, trained to fight? And to kill?
She can defend me from the dangers in the jungle. She had to learn that at a very young age, of course. I was raised with the yuan tea. So it was not very easy, survival-wise.
Well, if I were you, I'd recommend getting a mount that can efficiently kill if you're going out into the jungles.
Oh, I don't need Subpoena for that. There's like a thing that I can do. It's like a kind of like a fire spirit. Really don't
Interesting.
know how to describe it.
Well,
I don't have common words for it.
I understand. Alright. That's all I wanted to ask. I just want to make sure my, new hirees have the proper assets to make their adventure.
Do I technically qualify as a mount for Cinder?
No! Unfortunately not.
Damn. Because I'm a mount that can kill.
Like, if I'm honest, I would say that Subpoena would be perfectly capable of, like, killing if need be. But, like, Subpoena, I would, like, imagine is just more timid in nature. Only really, like, attacks out of self-defense.
Actually, nerd, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the dinosaur pens, were there any T-Rexes?
No! God, no!
Those are way too big.
God, no! A T-Rex? What do you think this is, Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Jurassic Park?
I don't know what kind of quality of stuff they have here.
Oh shit, T-Rex just ate the candler.
They're dinosaurs, some are herbivores, and everyone is dying.
I
No,
just
they don't
wanted to
get
ask.
T-Rexes. As a matter of fact, sometimes T-Rexes will attack the lower districts of the town and need to be fought off, but they don't
Ooh!
get T-Rexes here.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
It's very rare and it happens mostly towards the old city.
Good knowledge for later.
Well, your group heads back into the city. Where to next? Or would you like to head towards Fort Belyarin?
I mean, we have plenty of time before Fight Club, so I guess just wherever everybody else wants to.
We have those
I-
2 people left to talk to.
Yeah, we do.
I don't really care where we go.
To Belyarin it is then?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
I guess so.
Alright. So as Jack, along the way, you take a nice break to fish up some fish. Any-
Fish.
You can sell
Yeah.
them at the... I'll say you get about 3, and you roll a d6 for me. Come on.
D6. Give me a minute to figure out how. Probably the dice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I lag, but just click the dice.
D6. That's the D8. One
You have
D6.
it. Yep.
Yeet.
Wonderful. With a 5, I'd say you're able to get about 3 gold's worth of fish if you'd like to sell them.
Yes, please.
A sizable catch, but some of the fish just look nicer and more tropical. Is why you're able to sell them for so much, rather.
3
in
gold,
the
you
fish,
say?
the fish market. Yes.
Okay.
And with that, your group makes your way to your destination. Let me open up the map for it. The road towards your location is safe and heavily guarded, albeit you see many undead which are stacked to the sides of these roads towards Fort Belyarin that seem to be currently getting burned by what looks like soldiers with plate armor, wearing no helm, of course, that currently seem to be sweating out of their mind, kind of standing a bit off from this fire with a crest on their chest, which seems to resemble a gauntleted fist wreathed in fire. They currently sit alongside the road and notice your group as you're walking up and just point and start chatting with each other.
Are they chatting in common?
Yeah, do you want to walk up to them, I guess?
Azur will. Just out of sheer curiosity.
One of them just says to the other, "Man, always get stranger and stranger groups of people walking through here, don't you?" And one of them says, "I guess that's what makes the jungle exciting. Nothing like
Hey.
Baldur's Gate."
Baldur's Gate is a very stinky place.
They look over to you now, seeing you surprisingly walk up. God, you were listening?
I do have very good ears. I grew up here in the jungle of Chult.
That explains a lot. Alright. Well, we don't see many, of your group's kind back where we come from, so it's just a bit of curiosity is all.
By groups kind, do you mean by the Dragonborn or just adventurers?
Dragonborn, fairies, walking statues.
Okay, so the walking statue is Wolf. He's also a Chult native.
Just kind of gonna overhear her say wolf, and I'll just kind of look over and just wave.
Well, where are you supposed to be heading today, then?
Fort Ball of Yarn? What is it called?
Thinks to himself for a moment. We're talking about Belyarin?
Yeah, Fort Ball of Yarn.
What business have you with Belyarin?
We're going to go speak to a couple of jungle guides.
Wonderful. Might I inform you while you're there as well, just a point of recommendation. It might be good to purchase a charter of jungle exploration before you leave, so that you don't have to come back and do it later. Stand silently. Like a no dot head empty, brain not thanky.
I'm gonna
Dude.
be sitting there kind of, and I'll look up at Wolf and go, I suppose maybe a guide there would be good, but I feel like maybe we could make it there ourselves. And I'll look at the rest of the group and go, what do you think?
Isn't it just
No, a charter of jungler exploration is you have to pay 50 gold for a charter just to explore without the flaming fist trying to screw you over on your journey.
I'm just gonna
The flaming fist basically are taxing explorers that go into the jungle.
like point towards like the path that is probably leading to the fort and just go, why don't we just go this way?
Well, of course, you're heading to the fort. All I was suggesting is that merely while you're there, you pick up one of the charters. So that you don't have to buy it. So you won't have to come back later and get it in case you leave.
I don't feel like I need a charter to explore my home jungles.
Well, I hate to inform you that you indeed do.
Well, gee, that's unfortunate if I were to disappear back into the jungle just to go home.
Well, if you have any complaints about the charter, you can bring it up with Lyra.
I
Miss
think I
Flora.
will.
Oh no, God.
A recognizable name for some.
We will deal with that when we get to the fort.
Wonderful. Either way, good luck on your travels. Hope we don't have to run in on each other on bad terms.
No,
I wouldn't want to be on the end of your blade.
no, you would not.
He kind of just shies away after his joke has turned into a threat.
Just kind of gonna give him the same deadpan, non-flinching, non-moving stare
Yeah.
the whole time.
Guy just walks away and just bunch of freaks. To his companion as you guys are walking off, you hear in the distance bunch of freaks. Eventually you reach Belyarin. Let me activate the scene.
Chucks my fucking spear into the back of his head.
Don't do that. Oh my god.
I won't.
Alright. As you arrive, you
Ooh.
should have... Do you have vision of everything?
Yes, I do at least.
Do you see the Bailey?
The what? The inner Bailey?
Yeah, the inner and lower Bailey. Alright.
Yeah.
I tried to hide it, but I don't care if you guys see that. I kind of just ignored that part, because I'll be honest, we're never using this map, and if you guys try and get into a fight inside the Bailey, we are theater of the minding this shit because I am not making walls for that. There's so many
Fair.
divots.
Fair enough.
There's so many divots and curves. I hate it.
Look at the curvature.
The curvature makes this hell to make a map of. And I'd rather not work on a map for something we're not using. Either way though, as you walk up to the fort, the front gates, let me go ahead and get my map pulled up. My chapter part of the book. Belgaren. Uarian. Where is the fort? Where is the fort? There is the fort. The flag of Baldur's Gate flies over this wooden stockade. The whole structure sits atop a 10-foot hillock, the sides of which are shaved vertically to make them steep and difficult to climb. The fort's main gate faces west. On the east side of the stockade, a tall keep holds a commanding view of the surrounding wilderness. As you approach the gate, you see a few guards currently, also kind of clad in plate similar to the ones you met before, standing outside of the gate.
I'll just... I mean, does anybody else want to, or shall I? No? Nobody? Alright, I guess the 7-foot statue will be the introductory party.
Yeah, I'm sitting on your shoulder. It's
Yeah.
great.
There's not a
Yeah.
single normal or presentable person in our group.
Yeah, but I'm like the least... I'm like the last one you want walking towards you if you're just a random person seeing our group.
It's okay. There's a cute fairy on your shoulder. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that'll off-put the intimidation factor.
Or increase it.
Or increase it. Very true.
I guess I'll just walk up to the guards and... Greetings.
The guards just kind of stare at you for a moment, and then one of them double takes. Greetings.
We seek passage into the fort. There are a couple people we need to meet and talk to.
Give me one moment to speak with Gutra.
Of course.
And he kind of just slowly, not letting you leave his sight, just backs up into the gate and kind of, has some of the guards on the inside pull it open and sneaks in real quick and has it shut again. The other guard just kind of stands out here alone right now, spear or javelin to his side, rather.
I think he's scared of you.
I'm getting that a lot.
I'm gonna kind of peek out from behind him now, since I'm like a foot shorter, and just be like, "Oh, hello up there! There's a fantastic weather today, yes?"
To the one guard that's sitting here with his pike,
Yeah.
he kind of just says, weather's pretty miserable.
Well, it's very good for Chult, wouldn't you say, Wolf? I'd say this is a very nice day.
I mean, I suppose. Skies are clear. It's sunny. I can see very well. I don't really think you grasp that I can't experience weather like you can.
I think it's fine.
But you... I mean, yeah, but still, are you not worried about rain?
I'm just gonna freeze up for a moment. No. Why would I be?
He's like a rock. He's like a stone. It'll just roll off.
But can't rain like eventually erode? I think that's the common word for it.
His magic stone.
The
Look at
guard
the
just
little
sits here
glow.
and says, your group is, why are you here, if I can ask?
Oh, we're here to talk to a couple of people about what's it is it called? Jungle exploration.
That's
Guys,
right.
yeah.
Jungle exploration. Do all of you come from the jungle?
3 of us do, the other 2 do not. But it's incredibly difficult to, work your way through the jungle without a guide, and even if you know where you're going.
So you're here to find guides?
Yeah,
Yes.
we were told that there were 2 of them here, and we were just wanting to speak with them.
You must be here to speak with Shago, then.
Shago is one of the 2, yes.
Hmm.
The one was a man with like a veggie pygmy thingy looking thing.
He's a bit off from the camp, actually. In his own little hut.
Hey,
He
could
likes-
you point us in the direction?
He kind of points towards the south side of the camp. Just head in that direction and stick to the road, and you should find him.
Then
Do
I
we-
suppose we will go speak with him first, possibly.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to split up?
You should probably wait, since we're about to decide if we let you in or not.
Oh,
Perhaps.
are you going to let us in?
No, we're speaking with our what are these? Our Castellan right now.
Oh.
To just announce the strange arrival of a new group. And as he says that, you see a rather lithe but still tall-looking Luskan woman kind of just walk up to the gate with leather armor on and just say, "So these are the ones you're talking about?" And
Hello.
one of the corporals to her side, the one that was at the gate before, just kind of says, "Yes, this is them, ma'am." She says, "So all of you, oh shit, I thought he was joking with me when he described you all."
Nope.
Open up the gates, and the gates slowly begin to open, and she kind of walks out, and as the gates are being held at this point. "Pleasure to meet you. My name is Gruta."
Hello, I am Azure. This is Wolf, and I'm going to gesture at Wolf, and then I'll kind of wave over to Cinder and say, "This is Cinder, our tiny friend. We have Viren, and we have Jack Stay. He's a kitty cat."
You are all quite colorful, interesting. Believe many of the men here haven't seen such people as yourselves in a very long time. So, try not to make any kind of a show while you're in the camp, alright?
I
Do our best.
Of course.
make no promises if the pollen gets to me.
But I ask what your business in Fort Beriarin is.
We are told that there is a jungle explorer guide here who may be able to help us get to where we need to go.
Alright, if you wish to speak with Shago, then you may find him... trying to look here. Near the jousting fields.
Hmm.
Towards the back south end of the camp, near the other gate. The
We will
lesser
make-
gate.
We will make our way over there now. Thank you very
Wonderful.
much for your
I'd like to purchase a
hospitality.
charter of exploration while you're here. If so, I can
No.
provide that now.
We will get one on the way out, but we will be sure to get one before we leave.
Of course. And she kind of just lets you all, like, steps out of the way so you can all walk in before closing the gates.
Just kind of grumble a little bit of nuance as we, walk into the camp. And go, I don't feel like we need the charter to explore our own home.
Can I just I'm just kind of gonna walk backwards over to Jack's Day.
Mhm.
And I'll just whisper to him, if you see any of those charters, do that thing you do where you take things illegally.
Do that thing you do called theft.
Well, we didn't really have a word for it back where I'm from. If you just did it, I was usually the one that
Your
was
hands got cut off.
Yeah, I was usually the one sent to cut off your fucking hands.
Yeah, Aztec style.
So I guess we'll head over to the. I mean, well, actually, no. Like before we do, is there like anything interesting in this place? Like any shops or anything like
Okay.
that?
Allow me to explain what's in this place. You see the giant building in the end of the camp? Biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
That,
This one?
yeah, the big old, one Cinder is hovering over.
Okay.
The
I thought we had the ping module on, so but yeah.
That star in the center. No. That is the inner bailey, the massive bastion in the center of this fort that raises 20 feet tall, where Lyra Porter is currently stationed. Apart from that, you have a set of barracks over. I'm trying to like navigate this map here. A set of barracks located, if you see my mouse right now, over here, towards this side of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
A jousting field right here.
Mm-hmm.
A stables right here. A provisioner for the Flaming Fist specifically, located right here at this building.
What kind of dinosaurs they got at them stables?
They have horses.
Man, well, find me a fucking T-Rex.
Over here, there's a small bazaar for guests to purchase goods in that you have to walk through with different colored banners hanging from roofs. It's 5. What's this? A temple of the god Helm over here towards the back of the camp with a billowing chimney currently.
Okay.
And lastly, leave. An armor and weapons smith currently over here towards the front of the gate. And that is all the locations in here that I can point out to you, either.
Is there any Yukwas, like, of any notable quality?
Cool was better purchased in Port Nyanzara.
Okay, just wanted
You aren't
to
going to
be
get
sure.
any from here. These guys are very... one thing you recognize in this camp is that it's very strange for those of you who are residents of Chult. For those of you who aren't, this place is almost set up like a camp you'd see back on the Sword's Coast. It doesn't seem many of these people understand the jungle that well. Is, especially the reason that their horses are currently stabled in as well.
I guess go wherever fancies.
Where would you like to go first?
Shago.
Ah, you want to go find Shago. Shago.
Shago.
You head to the jousting fields where you were told to go before. And once you arrive, you see a man currently hopping off one of the horses, taking off a helmet and putting a jousting stick to the side. The face of the mighty Shago as he jumps off the side of the horse and just kind of throws the helmet onto the ground and says, "Hello there, friends!
Hello.
Pleasure to meet
Hello.
you all. You are very
Hello.
extreme looking."
That's a bit of an extreme description.
Ha! Yes, it is. Are you here to speak with the mighty Shago?
Do
Yes.
you refer to yourself in third person?
Yes.
Oh no.
He says, "Why shouldn't I when I am so, well, mighty? Or at least that's what I've been told by my mother."
Okay, yeah, I can see why a lot of people pick this guy. I kind of like him
He's
already.
fighting for your heart right now.
I can see it. This is the dude, bro, of the fucking campaign.
God.
The fucking goon.
Goon balloon.
Tell
Well, the
me.
balloon sucks.
The
Tell me,
cheese ball.
Shago. Have you met any other Yuan-Ti?
Oh, snake people?
Yeah, the snake people.
You speak of snake people? No. Shago has never met a snake people before. But Shago is certain that if he did, he would either fight one very valiantly, or maybe become friends if they're very tough and friendly.
I think many of them are quite nice.
Then maybe Shago would become friends with one if he ever ran into one, but he probably doesn't.
I grew up with them. It's very nice out there. Very nice in the middle of the jungle. It's very peaceful.
So are you a snake people?
No, I am. Mother has told me I am a dragonborn. I'm not one of the snake people, but I
Shago
don't.
did not think so.
I don't speak common very well. I grew up speaking Yuan-Ti in Draconic.
That is strange. Anyways, what do you have to ask to mighty Shago?
We are looking for a guide to the jungle, and we saw your card.
Then look no further, as you have already met with one of the greatest. As I'm sure you know, if you ask any flaming fist around here, they will tell you that I am one of the best. Of the best. I've grown up in these jungles, and I've explored them many a time when I was younger. Before the nasty undead started to show up, of course.
Have you happened to know of a place in the jungle known as Mesro?
Kind of scratches his chin for a moment, and he says, as a matter of fact, Shago does.
Ah! Well, you're the
Have you
first
seen-
person who's actually been able to give me a yes on that answer.
He says there was a Flaming Fist expedition not too long ago out to that place. I heard of it, but I know its general location.
Well, I'm sure if we get close enough, then Wolf could guide us back. Surely the jungle hasn't changed that much.
Your name is Wolf?
For lack of a better term, seeing as how nobody can pronounce my actual name.
Hmm.
What is actual name?
Quite luckily.
Yeah.
Quite luckily. I like it.
Back.
Almost as wonderful as Shago.
It is quite a strong.
Oh, where are my manners? I don't believe the rest of us have introduced ourselves
I
to
was
you.
about to ask that, actually. Names for the rest of you?
I am Azure, Azure Brightscale.
Your scales do not seem bright right now. Is it a
It's a
thing you
name.
do later?
It's just a name.
It's
You're
the
not-
name. It is the name that my mother gave me, supposedly because the day that she found me, amongst fire, my scales were gleaming like sapphires. That is what she
So
told
it
me.
is title, like Mighty Shago.
I suppose so.
Wonderful.
T-Rex,
Smaller
Mighty
one.
Shadow.
What's your title and name?
Oh, we're fucking talking to.
Small
Mighty
one.
Shadow, have hot the T-Rex.
I'm Cinder. Hello.
What is the rest?
Uh, it's gonna point to Byron. You go.
What is title, little one? Everyone have great title.
Oh, I don't.
Your group surely has been given one with how amazing you all look.
I believe we call Cinder Little One a lot.
More like tiny penis.
What about
Oh, shut up, kitty cat.
Cinder Lightfoot?
Oh,
You look like you could run very far. Run from T-Rex very fast, yes.
yeah.
Lightfoot then.
Yeah.
Shago has just bestowed you with title. You are welcome. On to next. He looks to Byron.
We go by Byron.
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of Star Song, and I hate it.
He
I
says,
hate him so much.
what is the rest? You know
Wait.
the drill.
What? I'm writing that down.
We
Go ahead.
have never had a title. We simply our name is just
Oh God.
meaningless.
Shago can tell that you have seen much. Shago knows these sorts of things. Do tell me, what should I call you then if you were to have a title?
If you're an edgelord.
We don't particularly need need a title. It would be better if we addressed you with respect. You don't need to reciprocate it.
Shago says, Shago, understand, you look like you have seen a lot, so I will not pry any deeper. Respectfully so, of course. On to next, Kolatli, you say your name is.
Quite
title do
likely,
you
but
have?
pretty close.
I will get there. Shago has struggles with this sometimes.
You skipped over the cat guy.
No, I will get to him next.
Oh, okay.
I'm going in nice single file line down Discord call. Even though I did skip him in Discord call.
I was just saying that doesn't work either.
Now that I think about it, Small One told me to ask Viren, and then I just went down and forgot about Jack. It's like a boomerang. Don't worry about it. Go on. I already got your name.
They used to call me, at least back for where I'm from, the Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker. Oh, that is a mighty title indeed.
Wolf Night Stalker.
It's wonderful to meet you, Night Stalker.
It is a pleasure to meet you too, Mighty One.
Thank you. And he takes a small bow and then looks over to you, Jack, and says, and lastly, you, Cat One, Tabaxi. They call you Kitty Cat, huh? Is that title?
No.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I do not know where the hell they keep getting this kitty cat shit from.
Because you are a kitty cat. Look, you
Yeah,
have
and
the
you're a
ears.
stop.
You have the ears. You've
What
got the
is-
tiny claws. You have tail.
What
Cardiana-
is name and title?
My name is Jackstay. I don't really have a need for a title, as you put it.
You could call. You could
You could
give
call
his
him
first
Fuzzy
name.
One.
You could first name Jack, last name Stay.
No, full first name Jackstay.
Jack the
Jack
Stay.
for short.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord!
I like this title.
I
God.
swear to God, I'm
Strange
gonna get a
title.
potato peeler and peel all of you.
A strange
Oh,
Oh,
title.
good luck peeling back behind my scales.
Gareth, when you called her a fucking doorstep, I nearly choked on my water.
I honestly thought you were just gonna say. I spent too much time around people in the other call. I thought you were just gonna say, your name is bitch.
No, that's what I
That
call
sounds
her
like-
off stream.
That sounds like a response that we hear from Alden.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways, geez Louise, you violent people. Shago says, well, if you look for guide, then please consider Shago. Shago will, you see Shago's card, yes? That, strange Jobal man told me to make?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
wanted to ask, what is your area of expertise for exploration?
Shago knows the jungles very well.
So you would be able to take us both to Mezro and also to where the Yuan-Ti are. Although, granted, if we get close enough, I could lead us there myself.
Shago could probably find snake people, yes.
Well,
Exactly how much do you charge for some of these trips here, Shago?
Do you have to say Jack?
How much do you charge for your trips here, friend?
Well, I charge similar to other guides. I took what I saw in their cards and I put it down as well. 30-day pay advance, 5 gold day. For Shago services. But if you go with me, then I can also potentially talk to Miss Porter to make sure you do not have to worry about paying charter of exploration.
I was going to say, though, the way you're going around
afraid
and talking
I'm
to all of us, you are definitely a special kind of fella, aren't you?
Well, Shago has been told he is very special by Mother, yes.
Oh, I bet he
mighty.
has.
And mighty.
People around here wouldn't happen to call you Ed, would
Why
they?
do you ask? Huh?
People around here wouldn't happen to call you Ed, would they?
Ed?
I'm just gonna turn
Yeah.
around. What does that mean?
Who is Ed? I'm
Oh,
not
don't
Ed.
worry about it.
Strange.
Just out of curiosity.
Ed
Very
boy.
strange.
Anyway, well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, Mighty Shago.
Has been pleasure to meet all of you as well, mighty group. of name I have not yet known.
We don't
What is
have.
your group's name?
I don't think we have a name for our group.
That's because
should-
we haven't committed any kind of amazing feat. Why would you just up and name yourself when we hardly even know what we're capable of?
That is very good point. You should perform feat before you get name. Maybe feat can help determine your name.
That's what we're on our way to do.
Wonderful to hear. Will you all be showing up to dinosaur races tomorrow?
I believe I will be. I'm gonna just kind of motion to like toward the gate and say, I've got my own mount outside right now. Her name is Supina.
Shag will be there as well. His brother is going to be racing.
Well, that'll
His
be
brother?
exciting. I was asked if I would be participating in the race, but I don't think that Supina and I would do very well, so we will just watch.
Oh, of course. Well, either way, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. Shago has things to do now.
Understand.
Goodbye. He
Goodbye.
just takes a bow and walks off.
Okay, nerd, I see why you're pushing this character.
I am pushing him. I'm just saying that I took a just a simple questionnaire to the other
Yeah, simple is
spectators.
right.
I told all the spectators every one of these guides and what they were about, and every single one of them chose Shago. Except like High Potato, who is very much pointing towards you.
I mean, he was a fucking fantastic.
Hugh is a great choice.
Like Nerd did say, though, we could definitely always come back and work with other ones.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like for the purposes of getting where me and Azur need to go, along with finding out the undead, I think Shago might be the way to go.
Shago knows the way.
Oh, you know the way.
away.
Shago know the way.
Man, I'm dead.
What is the name of his queen?
Either way, what next for the group?
We do still need to go talk to the other guide too.
Do we really?
Coletli.
When's the damn bar fight? Come on.
Later, clown. Wait, patience. Namaste. Namaste.
I'm gonna
I guess-
stay my foot in your ass here in a minute.
I guess we'll, I guess we'll head up to where the guy pointed to the woods and just run out there and go
Rush
talk
out?
to that guy. Yeah, if we.
Or
if
do
we
you guys
find
like to
him.
discuss with Lyra Porter first about that charter you told me you wanted to talk about earlier?
No,
Before
I only said that so this way she would leave us alone, and we're just kind of praying that nobody asked us about it as we leave.
They're gonna ask you about it as you leave.
Jackstay? I know I
Yeah, what
asked you
you want?
earlier, but you weren't here earlier when I asked you, but could you do that thing that you do where you take things illegally and steal one of those charters?
Why'd you got to put it so bluntly, fella? Why don't you put a little pizzazz behind it?
Because
we-
there is no reason to dance around what you do. You steal for your own profit. I saw you do it. I saw you do
And
it.
you
at-
drink blood and other fluids.
Yes, and I was designed that way.
And I eat fruit.
You
Exactly.
are what you eat.
I'm not saying that you're bad for. Well, I am saying you are bad for what you do. If you did that where I came from, I would have cut off your hands. But
It's
We
not
are not-
stealing. It's creatively liberating items.
well, can you go creatively liberate a charter then?
Maybe. What's in it for me?
What's in it
Because
for
I was
me is you-
catching a bit of a quick cat nap and didn't necessarily hear the whole discussion.
well,
I'm not
what's
entirely
in it for
caught
us?
up.
What's in it for us is we won't have to pay 50 gold for a charter.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I'll be on my way and go do that then.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to look around to try and steal a charter?
Glad we came to an understanding, I suppose.
I'm gonna look around first, yeah.
Yeah, you look everywhere and you don't see a single place where you can imagine you would be able to get a charter. Do you ask around?
Yes. Like, where would I go to buy a charter?
Asking around, one of the guards, the privateers, says, to get the charter, you need to go directly to Lyra. She hands him
Fuck.
a purse.
Well,
Fuck.
I can tell you right now that's not fucking happening.
She has a book where she puts everyone's name who has purchased one.
Fuck.
And does she already have them
fucker.
filled out to just ready to go, or does she just fill them out on the fly?
The charters?
Yeah.
Well, once you purchase one from her directly, she'll write your name into her book and memorize your
Bitch.
aesthetic and simply inform everyone in the fort so that if we ever run into you, we know that you're doing things all according to plan.
So it's just stay by a word of mouth.
Hmm.
There's no paper trail, if you will.
Lyra needs to give the word for it to mean anything.
I
There's-
see.
Just make it this as hard as possible, aren't you, nerd?
I don't write the rules. I just read them.
I can. Worst part is I can completely believe that this is exactly how Lyra Porter would run it.
Are there any guards around the other gate?
The other gate, yeah, it's being heavily guarded as well.
You know, while I'm thinking about it here, what was that lady that was talking to us about this whole shit and caboodle thing here going on? Jeloise or something like that?
Never heard of the name
Eloise?
before.
Something makes
Yeah,
sense.
what about her? Do you think she'd be able to fund one of these doohickeys for us?
Probably not.
Considering last session she had over fucking 40 grand.
She ain't your sugar daddy.
Could
Elo, in case you haven't haven't forgotten, Gareth, Eloise is still, a little bit cold.
She ain't paying for everything you get. That's up to you.
She as a character would tell you, not my problem.
Well, and her fucking staff ain't my problem right now.
God damn.
She ain't. Long story short, NPC. She's not gonna pay for your charter.
Okay.
Well, why don't we go and try the events that I have scheduled for us tonight? Maybe we'll maybe we'll make a
Sorry?
bit of coin to
What's-
try and cover most of this.
I'm just a reminder, what business was it you had for us?
Just some entertainment.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. just some friendly entertainment and fun and games basically.
I want to go up and talk to the head guard at the gate, I guess.
I guess we gotta go talk to Lyra.
You go up to the castle lantern at the gate.
I want to talk to the guy at the front gate first. There's something I want to try first.
The castle lantern would be the one that has the most official swing in the camp. Do you want to
Okay.
go to the privateer or the castle lantern?
I
There's
guess the
literally
privateer
only
would be
one gate. Nope, I lied. There's two.
Or sorry, not privateer, corporal. The corporal is of a lower station than the castle lantern. Or Castellan, sorry.
Castellan.
Stellan.
So
Castellan, yeah, whatever you
so would the captain be able to open the gate or no?
The Castellan? The Castellan has to. Okay, the privates, or the corporals rather, sorry, can give the order to open the gates, but if it's a strange thing, like a weird group of colorful adventurers approaching the camp, then sometimes that might be brought to the Castellan like it was to you.
Okay, well since we're leaving, that doesn't need to be brought to the Castellan.
No, you can just leave for free.
Okay, then we just fucking leave.
Yeah, thing is, however, is if they ever catch you in the jungle without a charter, then well. You have to
Well,
deal
I'm
with the
assuming
flaming
we
fists.
have to follow the road back.
You're gonna have to deal with the flaming fists.
Well, we'll worry about that when it comes to it. I'm sure Shago can offer. Probably has a charter, right?
Shago, that's exactly what Shago told you. He said if he is your guide, then he will cover the cost of the charter. Or
Well,
he
there
can
we
put it in
go.
good words, so you don't have to worry about a charter.
Well, there we go. We were probably gonna
Also-
pick him anyway.
Choo choo.
Also,
don't know
I
there's,
have no
that.
idea if we're picking.
also there's 5 of us. Each of us could just pitch in 10 gold.
Yeah.
What
What is
gold?
this? What is this charity
I
nonsense?
may sound Irish, but I don't have the fucking pot beneath me.
I
You think
really
fucking-
doubt that.
You think the Irish are charitable?
Wait, Cinder, are you actually suggesting that we work together in Microsoft RPG?
Not
Wow.
happening. Next.
Money.
I will sooner forfeit this whole campaign.
God.
Sorry, nerd. I heard that we had to work together. I don't think I'm showing up next Thursday.
Yeah, no, I didn't sign up for this.
Dang, what a shame. All right, well, that's
No,
the end, everybody.
But I guess we'll just head back to the port and. Is there anything else anybody wants to do? Like, I don't
Well,
want
you guys want to go see the other guide first?
Do we want to
Yeah.
see a
Yeah.
sack of potatoes?
Yeah.
Kawasha.
Abe.
As you leave the camp,
Abe's Odyssey.
that's Qualepe. Quapele. As you leave
Hecky
the
snack.
camp, hacks. As you leave the camp and head out to the
Fiddlesticks.
jungle a tiny bit, you follow off the southern road and eventually see, like a nice little wooden cabin out in the woods. Jungle, whatever you want to call it. Small, quaint, nothing grandiose. Just knock on the door, I suppose.
Yeah,
I,
how,
as a
rickety,
druid, feel very at home.
how rickety is the porch?
You would. There is none.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not falling through his porch.
Well, you want to just break through people's stairs every time we get to somewhere new?
You know what I really want to do at one point? I really want to just find an old door that's so shitty and busted and just walk through it like the Terminator.
Well, this guy's got a pretty shitty looking door. Like
Well.
that, or you can go back to the animal handler, the pen
Oh.
keeper in the park.
Does this NPC speak druidic?
Yes, he does.
All druids do.
Yeah.
Nice.
pretty
So,
hobo
would I be able to
Hobo
kind of
language.
gather that he's a druid based off of like the Vegapygmy and just the look of the cabin?
much. Yes.
Bum,
make your own assumption.
bum talk.
So, when we walk up, when we walk up, I'm gonna reach and like knock on the door, and then instead of speaking in common or yuan-ti, I'm gonna speak in druidic instead and say, hello?
Here response. 1 moment, please.
Oh, of course.
And, yeah, he'll say that in common. And eventually you'll see the door kind of swing open, but no one immediately at it. And then you kind of look down, or I suppose Cinder, you're already at the height of the Vegapygmy. That just kind of opens up the door.
I'm still on
Pushing
the
it
wolf's
open.
shoulder.
It looks up to all of you then. This
I'm a fucking
small,
mount.
this small, strange creature just
My-
kind of silently stares at you.
I suppose I could get down off of Wolf's shoulder to look at it
If you
and
wanted.
wave.
It looks at you with its lazy eyes, glossed over like the lizard.
It's kind of cute in a weird, off-putting way.
Just waves.
I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna say hello to it in druidic.
Kind of looks up to you and waves.
I'll
Something
wave
tells me
back.
Something tells me he stuffed this little guy with jungle fun time herbs.
Ah.
Weed.
You think
Right.
they do we in the jungle, nerd? They do like fucking weird ass like.
Fucking
Is it
shrooms and
Fucking
shit.
dinosaur catnip.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
there's smoke in
Fucking
that
the
fire
fucking hacky
giant
sack
tail.
is his stash.
Like, they smoking those dangerous plants in the jungle.
Is this the
I don't-
guide?
Yeah, well, as you say that, Kawasha, the much taller man with his kind of very spiked staff, walks up to the door and says, "Hello, a pleasure to meet you all,
Oh.
and good greetings on this fine day."
Oh,
Good to
many,
meet you.
many greetings to you, friend. I'll say in druidic.
I like your thingy.
He says, "We may speak in a common tongue." He says, "What thingy do
It's-
you refer to?"
The thingy in front of me. The thing.
Oh, my friend, Kolepe, Kopale.
Blah,
I'll-
blah, blah.
I'll switch back to common accent, much thicker now. It is druidic is a lot easier for me to speak than common. I grew up speaking yuan-ti and draconic.
I understand. I just wouldn't want to seem rude to your other friends here, who don't
It
speak.
was it was more of a sort of I test, I think is the common word.
Then I hope I passed.
Oh, indeed. I don't think I've actually met any other druids in this area.
Forgot to mute.
He says, and you probably will not either, unfortunately. My kind are quite sparse and spread thin around the jungle. I am a member of the Emerald Enclave. I don't know if you've ever heard of the group.
I think I heard my mother speak of them once, but it was quite some time ago, and I've never been able to hear about them since.
Well, you're hearing of them again now, I suppose. Might I ask why you show up to my cabin, and would you like to come in? I was brewing something to drink.
I'm gonna look at myself and Wolf and say, would your cabin be able to support the weight of us?
It should be able to. I have a lot of room in here. Enough room in here.
Well, I'll look at the rest of the party and say, well,
But, as a matter of fact, just come to the back of the cabin. If you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Walks through the house to the other door at the end of it, and the Veggie Pygmy will let anyone come in and follow him. For those of you who can't enter the house, if you just walk around the side of the building, then the Veggie Pygmy will close the door and follow the group from behind. And as you step out back, you see this beautiful, looks like some sort of garden that's been set up here in the jungle with various jungle fruits all around. The Veggie Pygmy kind of just walks up to one of them and begins to speak some sort of strange gargled tongue to it, of which none of you understand in any proper meaning. And
Wouldn't I be able to with telepathy?
A few of the extra plants this is a little weirder than telepathy would allow, unfortunately. You might be able to speak to him, but whether or not you'll understand him is not very abled. Pun intended. But a few of the fruits blossom, some of the ungrown ones, as he speaks to it. Oh. And Kulashala just sits down at one of the nearby tables and says, come join me. Brings out what looks like tea and some wooden steins. I don't have the fanciest of drinking equipment, but it doesn't need to be fancy in the jungle.
Quite true. You're doing the best you can, though. It's quite polite.
Not a problem. Feel free to take a drink. It helps calm the nerves. He's offering weed tea.
Does he? You know what? This is gonna go out on a limb. Does he have any animals that he spikes with weed that I may drink the blood from?
God,
No.
What a question! Wow! Something I never thought I'd hear.
Something I never thought I'd ask.
The demons, they speak to me. They want blood. Bring out the lamb.
Nah, it's just me.
A wolf can't drink the tea. Sorry.
He says, oh, that is rather unfortunate.
Well, I can. It just doesn't really do anything for me.
Oh, well, my apologies then. Anything I could do to accommodate?
What I consume, I feel, would not be served here.
Of course. He says, then, might I get on with the questions then?
By all means.
Do you come seeking something from me? Questions? Guidance of some kind?
Guidance, yes. We were told that you were quite capable of exploring the jungle and leading others through it.
That I would say I am. I have lived in the jungles my entire life. And I know them like the back of my hand. I've led many expeditions into the jungle. As a matter of fact, there was a group not too long ago, Company of the Yellow Banner, that had me escort them on their initial travel into the jungle.
Where exactly did you lead them, if you do not mind me asking?
We went to all sorts of places, but I remember them taking them to Kirsabal, a Erakrokra village.
Erokokra? What are those?
They are like your cat friend here, but birds. Bird people.
Oh, so birdie birds. Because this one here, this is a kitty cat.
Sure. I suppose if you wish to call them that. But I led them to many of the some of the ruins in the jungle, and eventually they found that they didn't quite need my service anymore. So I found my way back. And rumor has it they haven't returned since, so I now question their decision. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it now, though. Their
So you
spirits,
just left them out there to get eaten by the fucking jungle.
it was to their request.
It was their own choice.
Kind of a
Not
dumb fucking request, if you ask me.
They didn't want my assistance anymore. They wanted to keep the money to themselves.
Hmm.
At least I assume that's what it was.
Greed over their own lives. Fools.
Quite unfortunate they would choose that path, but I cannot control them.
No, that you cannot. You can only look out for
course.
yourself.
Yes, of course. Look out for myself and the island, that is. There's been a scourge of undead recently, and it has been quite unfortunate to see them destroying my home.
Yes. It is quite unpleasant.
I wish by all means to eliminate as many of them as possible, but I alone am not capable, so all I can do is ask the guidance of or ask the assistance of those who travel by me if they may do such in my name, or at the very least, for the name of the Chult itself.
Well, your words hold true with me at least, and I'm sure with Azure and the little one here, seeing as how we are all from here.
Yes, we dealt with the undead quite a bit over in the encampment where the UNT live.
You speak of the snakes.
Oh, yes, indeed.
If it were up to me, then they would go back to their places as well. Somewhere off the island, perhaps.
Oh,
they
but
do
this
is
is
cause
their
more
home.
problems. This might be their home, but who defiles their home as such as they have?
I didn't think it's very defiled.
They worship dark gods. Rumor has it one of their leaders, as a matter of fact, is partially the reason these undead walk these lands.
I don't know anything about that. Although mother did not live in the main encampment. We lived sort of on the outskirts.
You lived with them?
I grew up there. I was raised by them. Mother told me that she found me in a bath of fire.
Well, then I hate to tell you this, but perhaps your mother sheltered you.
Perhaps. Maybe I will ask her when we go there to visit.
I hate to tell you this, but your mom's a bitch.
Outplayed, I guess.
Just skill diff.
But the
No
UNT,
issue.
as you bring them up, they currently hoard an ancient temple that used to belong to the Emerald Enclave, a sect of the original Emerald Enclave, that is. And magical secrets lie there, which could help stop everything that's been going on. At least I guess. It only makes sense that they would prepare something in case of an event such as this, if they foresaw it.
So what you're saying is that it would actually be beneficial for me to go back and speak with my mother about the possible solution to this soulmonger thingy that Eloise told us about.
Perhaps, but I would not recommend walking straight into the UNT's land. Despite what your mother might have told you, the UNT might still attack you.
Well, I can. I'm one of them. I was raised there. They all know me.
Then enter in at your own risk.
It's a little bit difficult not to recognize me. I mean, I look very vastly different.
Perhaps they might take heed to you, but to your friends, I doubt it. I have led many an expedition that have sought to go to the UNT temples to take riches abound and have all died before they even got close.
Well, I'm sure that my mother would be able to vouch if I were to have her meet me and Sopina, my giant lizard, at the outskirts of the encampment.
He says, You speak very highly of this mother of yours. How much, if she's kept this many secrets from you, how truthful do you think it could be that she didn't lie to you about the people you met? Perhaps she sent you away for a reason.
She sent me away to go and meet Zindar, the dragonborn that runs the port in Nyanzaru.
Perhaps that is what she told you. But how much do you believe it?
Wholeheartedly, it's my mother. I was raised steeped in the Yuan-Ti culture. I quite enjoyed it there, actually.
But if you wish to deal with the soulmonger, my only recommendation I can give to you is that there is an ancient oracle in the woods. One that might be able to guide you on your way. Or Alongu, I believe their name is. I could be wrong, it's been a long time since I've heard. I know of their location, and were you to hire me as a guide, I could take you there.
Perhaps I could get a message to her.
Well, how about for the rest of you?
We are definitely going to consider your offer.
He says, "Consider my offer, but no, I do not enter those jungles with intentions of dilly-dallying or leading you astray. My only intentions are to eliminate the evils on this island, one way or another. If you come with me, then you better be ready to help."
We will take that under consideration.
Wonderful to hear. I'm glad I could have you as guests here today, but the day starts to go to sleep. The day winds down. It's,
Well, perhaps would you like to meet my lizard Supina?
You have a pet lizard?
I have a giant lizard, yes.
This is quite wonderful to hear. Of course I would.
I'll go ahead and do a sort of Yuan-Ti call, and Supina will come bounding around the back, but being very careful of the plants in the garden.
You hear him begin to speak a strange language you don't quite understand. And you see Quipele kind of look up to him and then start walking off to the lizard and using speak with animals to speak with the lizard. He says, Quipele likes to speak with the creatures of nature and the plants of the jungle.
Oh, I quite enjoy.
He's kind
I quite enjoy conversations with Supina.
It seems that Quipele is doing such as well.
She is a very, very well-tempered, very, very good girl. Very well-behaved. Raised her myself. I found her egg in the jungle.
It seems that she is quite well behaved. It is good to see. Many of the dinosaurs are of the jungle. They are brought to anger. After the recent events of the Soulmonger, many of them have begun to attack without meaning or desire, just ferociously assaulting any caravan they can see.
Well, wouldn't you too if someone was walking through your home?
This is not like them, though. Many of them, they killed to hunt, but recently they have only killed to kill. I've seen horrible things in the jungle. I've seen zombified versions of beautiful dinosaurs that used to wander their own territories. Created into monstrosities, mindless and only violent.
I can understand where this is coming from. Perhaps I may have to put my my skills to use in speaking with the wildlife. I haven't quite managed to learn how to speak with the plants yet. I'm sure I'll learn, though.
Well, that is me and Quipele's specialty.
It would be nice to be able to learn from
If you ever
another
have a clue, then
druid.
we can provide help. Oh, I cut out. If you have a plant you need to speak to, then we can provide help. Me and Qualepe, that is our specialty.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group. Say, I like him.
He seems nice enough.
Yes, very friendly. Though very devoted as well in what he believes, which I can respect.
I mainly like
course.
that he's talking about the chewingas in his card, but other than that, yeah, it's
No, I actually a question for you.
Yes. Oh, you're asking. Who are you talking?
Copele,
Capelle.
Bele.
I'll say,
you seem
yes.
very knowledgeable about this place. You claim that the UNT worship dark gods and things of the sort.
Yes, of course they do.
How much truth is there to this, though?
That they worship such gods?
Yes.
It is well known. Many adventurers, many guides. Anyone with half a mind of how to be a proper guide of the jungle who has been into it once or twice, they would be able to tell you of the Yuan-Ti worshipping their dark gods. There are
course.
different ones, they have different names for them in their own languages, but one that it is known that they worship, Dendar, the night serpent, a horrible creature, seeking only the destruction of the world.
Of course.
If you perhaps know them by name, there is one. He always was very, very creepy. I don't like him very much. Mother never let him be around me too much. Is a snake man with a bit of a chubbier tail named Rasnasi.
I've never heard of this Rasnasi.
Oh, I'm actually quite glad that you haven't. He's not very nice.
It's unfortunate to hear. Perhaps he is the stem of all these problems that we've been seeing. If the rumors are true, of course, but how much can you believe a rumor, I suppose?
Fair.
Yes. Suppose that there's. I don't know. Just curious to me how you speak of them.
Of course. And lastly, on a more brighter note, and he looks to you, Sender. You say you speak of the Shawingas,
Yeah.
the spirits of nature. What know you of them? Have you seen their blessings?
I mean, who I am today is because of them, so,
Do tell me of such.
well, they made me a fairy, so.
Interesting. I've known many Shawinga, but none of them have ever blessed someone as such. They must have taken a specific interest in you.
Yeah, they're very friendly. I like them.
That they are. Their blessings are much beneficial as well when traveling through the jungles.
Mm.
It is good to have.
Are the Shawinga the little tiny creatures that I see sometimes under leaves?
Yeah, the little black ones with the little white masks, yeah.
Oh, I've seen a couple of them along the way.
They are ancient spirits. Some say they were made by the great god Hubteo long ago to protect this island from eviler spirits that would inhabit it, but no one really knows the truth.
I know that they are great little companions to speak to, even if they don't speak back.
Why does this all sound so familiar?
What do you speak of?
Mm.
The ones that you talk about, they... I think I remember something like this.
Many have heard of them, and sometimes you can speak to them. They will simply examine, but for someone such as yourself, Cinder, it is quite odd that they would ever speak back. Would even offer such a blessing as they have to you. Perhaps it means something. It is not a blessing I would take for granted, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, not much we can do about it now.
Of course. It was a pleasant meeting today. I hope all of you have a safe trip back to the port, as I'm assuming that is where you're going.
Yes,
Wonderful to hear. Then have a good day.
you as well. Thank you for your kind hospitality.
Of course. Copele, would you get the door for them? And the Veggie Pygmy finishes up talking to the lizard and heads over to the door and opens it.
I'm gonna walk sideways and duck under the door low enough so that way Cinder doesn't hit her head.
Fair enough.
Fair head.
You
It's-
do so
it-
successfully.
I just realized I have to be careful not to let you hit your head on things now too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make it canon that I'm officially a mount.
Either
I'm
way,
just gonna.
Yo.
your group has now met every single one of the guides. Perhaps you can speak on which one you like the most after session, but for now, would you guys like to head back to the city for the fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful to hear. On to the city. As you
We still
arrive,
haven't talked to Jack about why he was asking for Wolf and is there
Yeah, he can tell us on the way back.
as you head back to the city, then Jack, begin to speak.
Jack?
So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to start off by asking the proper questions?
well, what is it that you exactly want us for, Kitty Cat?
Well, you see, there, like I said before, it's a bit of a entertainment for people. You know, could
What
go
fun.
in, mess some people up, and possibly get paid for it, provided you
Yeah.
don't kill them.
So you're telling them to fight?
Well, I'm as sure as entertainment that would be for some. I don't think I can harm Azure.
You guys are more than likely not to fight each other. I don't think.
I would hope not.
I would certainly hope not. He might break one of my claws.
I'll show us where this takes place. I am interested to at least see these
You
forms of entertainment.
you do say that they
Is it
shouldn't
nighttime
be.
now, nerd?
oh, first what was Viren saying?
You say that they shouldn't be killed. Yes.
That's the general rule. Is no killing.
Then would you mind if we participated?
You might have to wait until tomorrow night. I don't know, but it would be up to the event coordinator whether or not you can tonight. tonight.
I
Airball.
think that we might be able to burn off a little bit of energy.
Like I said, as long as you're not killing anyone, it should be fine. I think.
But
what
injuries are
good is
fine, yes.
What a question to ask.
What?
He said, but injuries are fine, yes.
Hmm.
Again, I don't know the specific details of the arrangement. You'd have to talk to her about it, but we stand to potentially make a good bit of coin doing this.
I don't
But
care
what
about-
good is there in fighting other people if not for a fight to the death? That's just the Chult way out in the jungle.
Money.
Oh, you see, Giant Lass, let me explain something to you here about the common folk around here.
Entertainment value.
Yeah,
But it
No,
is
everybody-
entertaining.
people love an underdog. If you come in and you lose a few fights, and then all of a sudden you start making a comeback, people are going to start rooting for you more, and they're going to want to show up and watch the events.
Personally, I don't plan on losing.
Well,
Jack,
there you go.
What are you gonna say,
But-
Viren?
Jack, then, how about this? We'll help you, and you can keep the money. I don't really
Oh,
care
that's
about it.
perfectly agreeable with me.
Just
you-
make sure I get in tonight.
If you guys
make
do
no
get
promises.
pitted, if you guys do get pitted against each other, you guys could always just play it up and make it last longer and more entertaining.
Would that not just
No,
be
you see,
playing
that
with
would be
the
Bring
play?
the fight. Bring
That would
the
be-
Oh,
fight.
hell yeah. Real
Would that-
wrestling.
Would that not just
WWE.
be playing with your prey? That's seems hardly fair.
We call that the WWE.
You know, this does remind me of an old festival that would occur in my home where two people would go into gladiatorial combat for each other among a crowd of hundreds.
Yeah, it's like that, I guess.
And
But
then
it
the
would
loser
just get better
have...
and better.
Oh, never mind. You don't need to hear that last part.
It's probably good that we don't. There being no sacrificing, no bleeding, no bloodletting. Well, maybe bloodletting, but
No
Well,
killing. no dead.
Well,
By
then
the
it
way,
would be
nerd.
perfect for
Uh-huh.
you.
Yes, fam.
I need to update my spell list since we rested.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Fight Club. Fight Club.
as long as the fight coordinator does
Is
not
it
mind that
pertinent?
any... Oop, yep.
is it pertinent to the fight?
Yes, absolutely.
What
Since
are
I
you
was
trying
playing
to
this-
use
I was switching to. I was planning on
Right.
the long rest. Or I already switched out purify food and drink for
I will say,
Shield
yeah,
of Faith.
you aren't allowed to use magic in the fights. This is a
Well,
fisticuffs thing.
we'll see about that.
I mean, that's why I say allowed. I guess you can get away with some stuff. Just you know how to update your sheet. Let's just update it, and I'm just gonna do a quick prayer that something
Alright.
doesn't break that I've done to all of your sheets. Don't worry about it. It's a
Alright.
surprise.
Fun fact, you know that ancient Aztec ball game where people would like
Yes.
hit the balls
Yeah.
with hoops and
Mhm,
everything
mhm.
like
It
that?
used to be with heads.
Yes, exactly, and that's where I was going with the rest of that story. The
Yep.
loser would have their head cut off for the next ball game.
Fun,
That
fun,
makes
fun.
sense.
God, I love mitten ball. Either way,
Is that what it's called?
no.
Fun fact:
No,
that
don't
was
worry about it. I'll tell you
that
the
was the
joke
birth
later.
of badminton and soccer.
Carry on.
I'll
Ah.
tell you later the joke, rookie. It's a
What?
Riptide thing.
Oh, okay.
Either way.
Come on, I'm running out of peanuts over here. Let's
Drew Pet
go.
the Thundering Lizard.
Yes, let's go to the clapping of cheeks.
Okay.
I will go along with Jack Stay to this place. I'm interested.
On my way.
I'll follow along just to watch, as there's not actually too keen on
swirl.
possibly like she's not sure if she wants to participate or not.
As you all arrive to the Thundering Lizard, you walk in. One of you roll a d20 for me, please.
Me, because it was my idea. Fuck y'all.
This is a random thing I need to roll
You
for.
bitch.
I just don't have open hands. Okay, 17. As you walk in, you see Grooge at her station, just sitting there, moseying through some papers still.
Hello, Grudge.
Establishment seems quiet and closed. Hello there. What you want?
How was
Uh,
your evening?
Oh, it's been lovely. Just lovely.
Business good as always.
If you can call it good, yeah.
Business about to be getting a bit better, if I do say so myself.
Did you talk to them?
Yeah, more or less. We're not, I wasn't really informed on the, rules. But, I think we can handle from here.
I'll
Oh,
explain the
yeah.
rules when we're down there. Alright. Would all of you like to follow me?
Sure, of course.
Who will be participating in today's events, if I can ask?
I will, of course.
I'll walk forward and kind of like grind my fists together a little bit.
I'll step forward.
Fucking dust from the fucking rock falling down.
Yep.
I think we got one person for your weight class. He points to you, Wolf. We got a few for you, and he points to Viren. And shouldn't be hard to find one for you, and he points to Joe. She points to Jack. All right, follow me then. Those of you who are just watching, it'll cost you 3 gold.
Any rules we should be aware of?
I'm going to
Like I said,
reach
the
in
rules will
and
be explained while you're down there.
So who's only watching? Is it just
I can
Cinder?
I can pay for myself. It's okay.
I think I'll sit it out.
Okay.
Dang. Not even curious. Broke ass motherfuckers.
Run this fool's pockets.
I appreciate it, Wolf, but I can pay for it. It's okay.
Okay. I just like to be sure.
Besides, someone needs to provide a tall enough spot for Cinder to stand.
Fair enough.
Well, you can't even go down and watch unless you pay 3 gold.
I will be paying 3 gold. What do you think this is?
Okay. I thought you said you weren't paying.
I
thought you
still
said-
have like
Oh,
I
it's
still
true.
have like
Alright.
60 gold. Like I'm fine.
No.
This is
Which
nothing.
means
That clears things up.
that way she could be a person for Cinder to sit on.
No,
Yeah.
I get what you're going at. I thought it was something else. I thought you just didn't want to go in and all.
GM misunderstood.
Now, quick,
Okay.
quick,
Clap the clown.
quick out of character party consensus. Do you think they would notice if I punch someone and cast inflict wounds?
Yes. Yes, they would. You know, from the imminent necrosis
You
going
think they'll
across their
care?
whole
Is
body.
that is more specifically the question?
Pretty sure you'd get us kicked out. And
Oh, well,
They
Well,
one of the
probably cut
fighters-
off your hands.
I think if one of the fighters rapidly withered before you, that might be a bit of an issue.
well, we're gonna be testing the limits with how far channel divinity is considered allowed.
Well,
What do you think, Wolf? Will they take his hands?
I mean, I would.
If they take
You-
my hands, then
Right.
not to worry. I don't need them.
Before we do Fight Club, we're gonna take a short 5-minute break because I need to use the restroom. So I'll be
Yeah.
right back, and we will begin. Everyone,
Alright.
now's bathroom time.
Also, Jack, say don't forget that you have your DM inspiration.
I'm aware, and I've been saving. That's why I'm so glad I hit that fucking 20 on the fucking lantern. I'm just like, ooh.
I'm really looking forward because he said, "Well, we got one guy for you, Wolf." Just go down there. Another statue.
y'all got some Cinder lore. Congratulations. Heyo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool lore.
Yeah.
And since
It's okay, Jack. I'll stay as close to the rules of the fight until I start losing. In which case, then the rules don't matter.
Well, just don't
You,
lose.
you are going to
then.
get your ass pummeled by every
go.
able-bodied patron in the
I don't
bar.
give a shit.
Oh, who did that?
Wait, what?
Who did that? Fuck you, Pratty.
Good fuck.
What happened? Oh,
I can't cast divine smite on my fists, so we gotta make.
Bunny Cinder, now's your time to address your people.
Our
sorry
people.
about your
I
streams.
just did with profanity. The
Oh.
gunshot sound.
the chat. Hello, chat. How are you?
My God.
Chat.
I'm
Who's
so
your
upset that
favorite
I have to
character?
be-
If it's
Y'all-
not me,
y'all can
your
go back
answer's
and
wrong.
flip
Just
that
kidding.
if you want to. That you got me good. You got me good.
Clip it.
I'm really just waiting for whoever I'm gonna be fighting to just like roll, fuck up the AC, and just break their hand on my face.
What is your AC?
That's
I
a
don't
good
know. I'll
question.
go back and I'll clip it
it's
later.
17.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm a big fucking stone giant with plate mail armor on. I'm pretty fucking beefy.
I'm willing to bet you
I
have to go
forgot
without
you got
your armor.
natural plate.
Actually, no,
not
that
natural
plate is
plate.
actually
Oh,
that plate's
my
built into me, man. I'm made this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot you get like natural armor. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, plate? I would kill someone for plate, literally. We find a shop with plate in it that hold me
talking
back.
about-
I have scale mail.
Mm.
Like that's the equivalent of what I had to take, but I have.
Discord
I just settle for a ring.
hydration. All right, everybody, take a drink of something.
I have alcohol. I'll take that.
Yeah, do that.
I have I've got Irish coffee. So
Back.
Nom, nom, nom.
Ooh, Irish coffee
Welcome
sounds
back.
really good right now.
All right, everyone ready?
Yep.
Fight, fight, fight.
Then we will begin. So, heading in to this decently sized hatch, big enough to actually accommodate for you, Wolf.
Yeah.
Andy was there. You all head down, and now you realize where all the action at this place is, as you see tons of people all crowded in to this massive, it looks like a tavern in a tavern underneath this rather rickety looking place. Massive chandeliers on the roofs, providing lighting to the entire room. Tables screwed, kind of put all around the area. A massive dirt pit dug out with stones on the side where fighters are placed. And a larger kind of drinking area and inn, or tavern rather, that's used to serve contenders and spectators alike. Let me put you on the map for the fight specifically. Give me a second to make some adjustments here. My bet's on Gareth dying first.
God damn. It's clearly your least favorite.
So I'm gonna leave it up to you, nerd, on whether the title card fight is happening first. I don't know if I want to save that for last or not.
Let me put you all on the map and just ignore that it's about to get sunny.
We were down there for so long, it's daytime.
Here you go.
Ooh. Very nice.
You enter, and a little blood in there for you. They give you some refreshments. As you can look at the names as well.
Rabble rouser, bar goer.
Yeah. I should have named them accordingly. As you enter in, you hear loud cheering as it looks like two thug-like rabble rousers step out of the pit, pulled up by large ropes. One of them has to sit off to the side as his face seems bruised and bloodied, and he seems half conscious, while the other, still equally as bruised, takes his a large sack of money off with him and sits down at a table to get a drink.
All right, what I missed?
Money. The introduction of Fight Club.
God damn it!
So now that
It's gonna
you're
take
here,
longer poop.
I asked if everyone was here.
And
They
did
told
I
me
say
that.
I was?
They all told me that everyone was here, so...
No one knew you left because you didn't say that you left.
Then I'll be right back. All y'all need to clean out the fucking ears.
No.
Hoity-toity-toity. Anyway.
I have a feeling this is gonna go the piss poor way that I did fucking Vlad the fucking Minecraft Dracula. Remember that, nerd?
Don't worry
What?
about that.
This
Anyways,
is going to go the way of this bullshit.
Grudge takes you down and says, "Here's the fight. So, the rules is I should explain them to you. 1. This place, we keep it secret. Not even when we're enjoying drinks throughout the city or in this bar itself do we speak of this place.
Don't talk about
All
Fight
right.
Club.
If the merchant princes knew this existed, then, well, that would just stink. Luckily, they never come down here. Next rule. When in the pit, you can use maneuvers as much as you would like to try and outbox your opponent, but no weapons are allowed, no magic, no magical aid. If anyone is spot casting any spells or outside of the pit, then you will be immediately removed from the pit and thrown out. If anyone dies in the pit, then you'll be responsible for that, and...
I
well,
have a slight
don't-
question for you.
Hmm.
What about my natural born weaponry?
No claws. Only fists.
I will do my best.
Best that you can. And for those of you who do have claws and have trouble fighting without them, we have padding.
Just put little mittens.
Little corks on the end of every one of your guys' claws. She says, "All right, Apart from that, you'll be put up against someone that's of equal weight to yourself, and whoever hits the ground first is the one that loses.
Who the fuck do they have in here that's 450 pounds like me? Who the fuck?
Get fucked. Watch, it's the same fucking dude from earlier.
If it's
From
the
the
dude
ship
from
battle.
the boat, I'm gonna fucking.
That guy
laugh.
is not gonna be happy to see us.
No, he is
No, not
not.
at
I
all.
imagine the stitches in his shoulder from me are not gonna be very nice.
Where's the picture, nerd?
You're the guy who impaled my shoulder. Yes, and you tasted good too.
The one that I said, like, when we fucking find that guy, how we're gonna look at him from across the room.
Oh, the one that impaled me?
Yeah.
There.
I didn't know they made shit on a stick.
Fuck you.
No,
Okay. So who's
The only-
up first?
the only picture I know is this one that you sent me, Nick. I'm gonna
Obviously me, because this whole shit and shaboodle was my idea.
put in High Potatoes modification to the joke
Actually, no, fuck it. Let's roll for it.
to describe what your group might do.
Oh, the one in Molo.
Volo.
Do
Nerd,
we actually?
do you have a set order for us, or
Or do
Order.
we want to roll it like initiative to see who goes first?
If you guys would like, you may.
Okay. Just do a d20.
D20?
Yeah, just
Yep.
roll a d20.
1, 2.
Just
Oop,
roll
that's
this
a
two
D12.
first.
Damn it.
Oof.
Oh.
Well, it looks like saving the best for last, maybe. Oh, nah. Ah.
You're right. Saving the best for last.
I'll
Shut
warm
up,
the crowd up
Chess.
for you. Well,
To be fair, I couldn't decide if I wanted to be first or last.
do we actually want to make this go in order of? Yeah, you know what? Like this
Who's
works.
first?
Yeah, this works. So Viren's first.
Okay, Viren is first. Viren, whatever the heck. Just gotta.
To be
think
fair, I
of-
would have rolled a 9 too if we would have actually rolled initiative because I got a +4.
Nah, natural d20 is more fun that way.
It really is.
Viren, you are said, alright, get in the pit. You'll be pulled out whenever you or the enemy hits the ground. Understood?
Sounds alright to me.
You have people on the side watching to make sure you don't break the rules, so make sure you do it. By the books.
Of course.
And it's dark in there, so good luck.
You got this.
Is it actually dark down there?
It is.
Oh, hell yeah.
Drow. That don't matter.
Yeah, it's better because that means they might not be able to
Alright.
see as well as me.
Who here doesn't have dark vision?
Probably
So I
me.
guess wait, is this the pit?
Literally
Yeah.
everyone.
Hop on
Alright.
in. As you
Okay.
step up, your contender steps up to the other side and hops in.
Oh,
don't
it's
have-
her.
I don't have dark vision, but I glow in the dark like a glow stick. So
Before you were lowered in, both of you were given wraps for your hands. Zalaka
It's
says,
her.
fancy meeting you here.
Nice meeting you again as well.
Let's hope this is a good fight, huh?
We'll try our best.
You now recognize the similarity in size between the two of you. Yeah.
beat her ass.
He's
Beat her ass.
My dice have been cold for the past like 2 weeks, dog. I'll
here's how the
get to
fight's
it if I
gonna
get to
work.
it.
because I want to try some stuff out this fight. I'm gonna share a Google Doc.
Oh
yeah.
god.
Oh no.
Last time it's a session, I'll share a Google Doc. Oh boy, here we go.
It's
Look.
never a good idea.
Maybe we'll carry this on to the next session, depending on how long this takes. We're using Battle Master maneuvers for this.
Oh.
We're using certainly specifically picked Battle Master maneuvers.
For them and us, or just for them?
For everyone in the fight that you guys can use. You can only use unarmed strikes, as according to the rules.
Okay.
But you may use any of these maneuvers as you see fit. As for superiority dice, to decide how many you get, I'm gonna take a look at your strength modifiers.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Hypotata sent me a meme. Fucking hell.
Surprisingly, I probably have one of the lowest strength modifiers.
What is your? Oh, here it is. 15 versus hers, which is a 17. So Viren.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's rough. Viren, your strength modifier for the sake of this fight, or your superiority dice, you will get 3 of them, whereas she will have 4. Or, sorry, my apologies. It's based on your mod. You have 2. She has 3. One number passed.
Don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, 2 versus 3. I'm just getting everything ready here.
While you're thinking, nerd, I have a question.
Yes.
Since I'm technically fighting with my fists, 2-weapon fighting comes into play, doesn't it?
Yes. Multi-attacks do apply in this. If you have multi-attacks, good for you. If you don't, uh-oh.
I have 2-weapon fighting.
Well, you should have. Everyone has 2-weapon fighting. It's just whether or not you have a multi-attack to add 3 hits.
Oh well. At level 3, no.
So either way, and if you want to go ahead and let me make a quick modification. For the sake of unarmed strikes, to make it a little bit fun, everyone's gonna have a D8 to their unarmed strike damage. For the sake of this fight, might as well help it go by a little quicker.
Okay.
Just making some quick adjustments. Make sure to read the thing while I'm doing this. Alright. And D8. For all of you, you guys can we'll just roll manually for it. Doesn't matter too much.
Some of these are pretty much pointless because they're whole setup for team attacks or hitting multiple targets. So, just saying.
Well, no. Read the Google Doc.
Ah, okay.
All the Google Doc are the only ones that you're allowed to use this fight.
Okay.
And those ones are specifically chosen to not involve your teammates.
Gotcha. Okay, I was reading the other one that you sent.
Nope. That's just a general list that you're able to get for everything later on. Alright, Viren, join initiative.
Alright.
Let me add Azaka to initiative. Go ahead and roll for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yummy way to start off.
I don't need to go first, theoretically. I just need to not fucking get hit.
This might be very loud, by the way.
You just
This
need
is
to
a
not
new
get knocked down. You can get hit, just don't get knocked down.
Well, yeah, whenever
we'll
you get
see
knocked
about
down, it's up. Yeah.
First
She
person to
definitely
hit
has
their...
more HP than me.
Well, she could just trip you and knock you on the floor, and I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
as soon
really?
as soon as your butt or your back hits the floor, it's over. Or your chest, just fall over.
With initiative beginning, Azaka will take the first turn. Measure at that walking distance. How many feet of movements does she have? She
There it is.
She, getting the start up here, will move to the center grate.
It's a big fucking pit.
Yeah, this is a bigger pit than I thought. I thought we were like 10 feet apart, beating each other
it's
in like a
massive
well.
pit. Look how tiny you guys are.
Fair.
Hey, small.
60 feet almost.
Yeah, it's a massive pit. This place is massive underneath. It is not at all what you expect.
What the fuck is with a 10-foot goddamn drain?
Hey, Gareth, shut up.
I need fucking binocular. I'm gonna use my spyglass to watch the fight.
Big old gate.
I need to put on my
she's gonna
sting
save her-
eyes. Look at
She's
this
gonna hold her unarmed.
bullshit.
She's holding her unarmed strikes for whenever you get close to her. And that'll be the end of her turn. Let me end that real quick. Again, next. Your turn. What'd you like to do?
I guess that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by I'm gonna not get into her range. I'm gonna approach slightly out of her range, and I'm gonna use one of my superiority dice to lunge and punch her.
What a way to start. Alright. Using your first superiority dice, you make a lunging strike. And now that I'm thinking about it, for the sake of fun here, you have 4, she has 5. I want to make this interesting. I want to add some more pizzazz to the fight, rather than just a punch fight. Anyways, go ahead and roll your superiority dice and do everything as it says. Keep in mind, your superiority dice is a D8. I didn't tell you guys earlier. For the sake of damage.
Okay, well, first I gotta see if I hit.
Yeah, let's see if you hit first. Come on, roll high, brother.
It's open.
Just roll attack, and then we'll roll,
Well,
Nice.
well, that definitely hits her. Now just roll a normal D8, because your base unarmed strike is, like, something plus your strength, like 1 plus your strength.
alright.
If you want to target her and roll damage for the class, though, you can also do that.
So, should be... I rolled a 7 on the D8, plus the 3 on my normal unarmed.
Alright, now go ahead and... I just said roll the damage and target her for the sake of the class, but it looks like it didn't work as I wanted it to.
Yep.
So, whatever. Go ahead and roll a D8 for your superiority dice since you hit. See what damage she'll end up taking. We'll take the 7.
Got a 2.
She'll take the extra 2. Alright. Starting off with a big blow to the face, you hit her immediately, and she wipes it off, and I guess it's at the end of your turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause does my other fist doesn't count for 2 weapon, right?
You can use your other fist.
Okay,
But
well,
the only thing is if you're not within range, then you can't like lunging attack again, basically, right?
yeah, I was gonna lunge for the first hit and then step into range for the second.
Well, she's gonna go ahead and make her attacks against you then if you do such. So let me go ahead.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I thought lunge moved you into range, but if it doesn't, then actually I'll just stay out of her range. Actually.
Alright then, you go for the 1 lunge and stop.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I thought it would like push me into range.
Rouser. Rabble
Yeah.
Rouser.
In that case,
Yeah.
then. End turn.
I'm checking her abilities real quick. She's immediately going to start off with a trip attack. What do you think? She's going for the win.
Yeah, I mean she has the bonus strength modifier, so that is the smart play.
She's gonna hit you with a weapon attack, so... Barroom Bash. As I've properly and aptly named the ability. Let me target you because I know this will work on you. Normal. Normal. This worked.
Alright.
Oh well, whatever.
So what's the save?
The save... Oh god, hold on, this gets weird with small tokens. I'm checking it real quick. Spend 1 superiority dice to try and knock the target down. You add the superiority dice to the attack's damage roll. If it's larger or smaller, you must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save... Okay, make a strength save. Contesting with her. This is a grapple save, I believe. And take the 3 damage plus an extra 8 from superiority dice.
Well, my dice were only hot for the beginning.
Take the extra 1 point.
Probably gonna not.
Concentrate.
I don't have to make concentration. I'm not concentrating.
Oh, it might have been because of my testing, actually. That makes things a bit awkward. Just make the saves and hope you fail. For the sake of my testing, though, I screwed it up. Just, there you go. Whatever. Maybe that will end whatever effect was on you. That's her first strike. Let me go ahead and make a strength check with her.
I need to make a concentration seeing how she just tried to brain him.
Oh well.
Let me think.
Damn, she's trying to lay you out, man.
You know what I'll do? For the sake of extending this a bit, because, why not?
I would like to
I'll
fight too.
let you roll that with advantage. Well, I don't want him to get 1-rounded.
Good luck.
I'll let you re-roll that check for every single superiority dice you expend a superiority dice, you get to re-roll. How's that sound?
Well, I got 4, so I'm gonna use another one. But
You
that 20 is gonna be hard.
20 is gonna be hard, no doubt. So
Let's
here's
see.
the hope.
So, Nerd, how long have you had
Oh.
the Fight Club,
A
the
20th
Fight
match?
Club map
Alright.
waiting?
Shit.
I ate it at the start of the session.
You don't get marked or knocked prone.
Yeah, you don't get knocked prone. You're still up. With that, she'll go ahead and make her other attacks against you. Her other attack, rather.
Ooh.
Oh, that misses.
She misses horribly. And then one more with her multi-attack. Third bash.
Still misses.
Still misses. God. Eh. And that'll be the end of her turn. Your turn. What would you like to do?
Let's see. First I'm just gonna start by trying to make an attack. Just see how it looks. See how our numbers are looking. The 17 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Then should I try and trip, or should I try and see if I can extend this a little bit?
I mean, that's up to you if you want to try and go for an early victory and risk it, but just be aware she does have a higher strength modifier, so it'll be easier for her to
and she can
resist.
reroll.
Yeah,
In that case.
But you might waste some of her superiority dice doing it.
that's also true.
Yeah, but I just have to use my own to do it anyway.
I mean, it doesn't negatively affect you if she matches or beats the roll, it just means you don't trip her, so if anything, the pressure's all on her for that.
I mean, I still
Does
have to use my 3rd superiority dice to do it.
For the sake of the rest of you, by the way, this will be the fight of the night, and then next session we'll pick up with the rest of your fights.
I should have gone first.
But yeah, screw it. I'll superiority dice against her. Try a trip.
Alright, go for the trip. Go ahead and make a strength check. She'll do the same.
Oh,
Rolled low.
that was almost a 20.
Was that your attack roll to hit?
That was my to hit. She's
That
gonna
does
have to
land.
reroll.
She's gonna try. Let's see if this is a one and done. If I'm that unlucky. I doubt it, though. Please. Please. It's one dice down. Oh god, please. Pie potato, take my bad luck. Oh,
Oh, wow.
you aren't gonna do me like this, right? Oh,
Oh, no!
one more.
Well, at the very least, I've used all of her superiority dice.
Oh, the last one.
That's all those gone.
Okay, and I'm gonna make my other attack. Oh, I actually didn't even roll damage for the first attack,
Yep,
but
roll
I'll roll it all after. Did the 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Okay, now I'll just roll 2d8.
Yeah, roll 2 d8s. Add the d8 from your tripping attack too. So an extra d8.
Damn it, Nerd.
Okay, so she takes 19 damage.
Can I make a special request quick, since it's my birthday, to roll over my DM inspiration just for this fight only when it's my turn?
Yes,
Since you're
sure.
calling it. Thank you.
Yeah. No, of course. You'll be fine. Not a problem at all. I would have done that anyways. Doesn't matter.
I mean, depending on how quick this fight goes, we might have like 15 minutes to move on to the next
her turn.
one.
Might.
Yeah, but I'm third.
Yeah, but you would be able to do it first thing that way.
Alright, with her turn, having no superiority dice left, she's just gonna wail.
Being fatigued.
Yeah, quite exhausted already. It's 1 point of damage though, so you know.
Yeah. What is this? 17 hits.
Ignore the con. I don't know why it's doing that right now. We'll ignore this concentration.
I don't know, it might think I have a smite on or something.
I have no idea. We'll just, yeah, try to ignore it. And then her last hit. If God would let me roll high on damage. If I can hit, I mean. Well, that's that. End of that. Turn over. God.
Come on, Byron. Finish her off.
How does she look?
She seems to still be standing quite strong, despite the weather of blows she's been taking. However, it definitely isn't. She definitely isn't. She still looks injured.
The 11
She's
probably
shaking
misses.
a bit.
So,
11 misses, yes.
Try again.
Got lost in this description.
Do you have any more superiority die left?
I do have more superiority die, but I have to hit to do most of them.
11 will miss, though.
Yeah.
Double 11s.
Oh, you got riposte still.
Yeah.
And I miss a lot, so. Speaking of.
No, I think depending on if she's still not looking too weathered, I don't think I want to try and use my last superiority dice to do damage. I think I just want to trip her.
Right,
Yeah.
She's missing that, then. Fix that. Alright. Doot. Normal. Oh,
That
finally!
hits.
Damage. Hurt. God, a 3. Wait. Okay, you're just rolling straight d8s, right?
Yeah.
Good, never mind. Got something mixed up, don't worry about it.
That just
Yep.
hits.
Just?
Yep.
Whoa. I haven't rolled higher than a 5. I haven't rolled a 5. Cool.
If Iron
There's
gets
your
fucked up,
damage.
though.
That's the end of that. It's a pretty even match at this point.
Alright. And let's hope I hit. Nope, Nerd's like trading his luck over.
Take my curse, the curse, the curse!
I don't even have to look up
Yeah,
at the
I'm-
fucking rolls to see
not
someone just
getting
getting
these.
that one, and I love it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you hear the fart?
Alright.
The end of that. Now that my luck is on you, let's see.
Ooh.
First one's a miss. Ignore the damage I rolled. I did that preemptively. Did it again, but it was still a miss. I had to stop.
You got the same rolls.
Oh my
god!
That's
You
the
got
end of my turn.
9-1. 9-1. 1.
You wanna use-
Holy
you wanna use-
shit.
That's that. That's that. It's over for her, man. Oh my god.
You just need to hit 1, man.
For those of you in the audience, they both look around pretty similar status, or like kind of.
Hold on, I just need to hit
injury-wise.
1. Okay, I'm tripping.
They look equally injured. All right, you go for a tripping attack.
Yep.
Make a strength check.
Come on.
Roll high, man. You got this.
Please, high. That's low. That's
We
so
have to
low.
hope she
You
rolls
know my
lower.
rolls. Come on.
Got 1.
Yay!
Alright.
So,
Either way, still
did your
still
attack hit?
2d8.
Still 2d8. That might not matter.
That's bad. I still get
4.
another swing though.
Oh, hold on. Play damage.
That
Huh.
definitely hits. Oh wait, that's wrong. I didn't.
Come on, let's do it.
Alright, and another 2.
Alright, she takes the damage. She's starting to look really injured.
So is Viren.
Yep. Equal bout.
Sure.
First strike. Please. Parry. She misses. Next strike.
At this point, it's just raw swings.
I mean, you still got like your things. You can try and repose if you wanted to.
But I don't think I have any more dice left.
No, that
You
was
do.
the
You
last.
have. Don't you have 1 or 2?
I used 4 already.
Oh, you're right. You did to save yourself. So we both.
I
burned
used
all-
1 on a one on a reroll, 2 on trips, and 1 on a lunge.
And
This
at
is
that
just a
point, it looks like
slugfest.
both fighters are exhausted, and it's just a slugfest to see who goes down first. See who that'll be. 3 points. Her last hit. I rolled preemptively again. 11 misses though, so that's that. End of her turn. Thank God they didn't tell you to take off any armor you were wearing before you entered the fight pit.
Yeah.
Mainly because I forgot, but whatever, it's fine. I'm here for you. Both miss, unfortunately. Some miss. Oh, you slug
Nah. This could go down this turn.
Depending on how these next two rolls go, yeah.
I think she already rolled one, so I think this is her last one, right?
I don't think so.
No, that was your first.
That was your first one.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
There's
how
no
this
way.
goes. Roll a 1.
Come on, a 1.
2. Is that enough?
I think I'm at 2 HP. I'm at 2 HP.
Oh my god. Last one. Last chance.
Miss.
She misses. It's the end of her turn.
Oh, last chance,
Ryan,
man.
On you.
Come on, end it. We still got 2
Come
minutes.
on.
One more
We,
fight.
we aren't gonna do another fight.
You bitch.
Dude, these rolls.
One
All
more.
of my
Come
rolls
on.
are good.
Believe.
The 16 hits.
Come on, roll high.
No.
Oh,
There's no way I live another round.
1 point of damage.
I don't know. Nerd can fuck this up.
We'll
There's
see.
no-
I doubt it.
I live another round.
Oh,
Miss.
miss.
Like, no, there's 2 more. No fucking way, right? God doesn't hate me that much. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Not one. Not one. Not one. I live.
Oh,
Ah.
Nerd has
Sorry.
not rolled above a 5 on damage dice that whole time.
Okay, I missed half my attacks anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
well.
both missed terribly. Unfortunately, you just so happened to miss more than she did.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you now, 4 HP left on her.
I had a feeling it was that close.
Good
As
fight.
you see one swing go out
Good enough.
that immediately hits Viren in the side of the face, sending him spiraling back and twisting before immediately slamming into the dirt below. And then soon after, Azaka, the winner, taking a deep breath, will also collapse to the floor.
Viren does a fucking
That's
hot
close, man.
Squidward fall, didn't he?
Yes.
Just all you hear from him.
Both
No.
fighters currently unconscious in the pit. Grudge just says, I honestly don't know how to count this. So, here's what I'll do instead. To all of you who are watching, do you think Azaka deserves to win? Or do you think we should count this as a tie? And I'm gonna roll for the rabble rousers and bar goers. All of you, it's up to you guys.
I mean, we'd want to root for our boy, right?
Do you want to, or do you believe?
Do what's in your heart, man.
Do you believe
I
in
mean-
fairness in a fight? It's up to you.
I mean, personally, I feel like I would say that she deserves it because he went down.
She got it.
first.
Yeah, she got it because she threw in the last punch and he went down and she was still standing. Then she
No, I got-
fell over.
I lose no money on this. I don't care.
Okay.
About that, no, I'm kidding.
You see,
wake up,
you're gonna
wake
wake up tomorrow with a missing kidney.
First one votes that it should be a tie. Second one votes that it shouldn't be. This is the last one. They vote that it shouldn't be. Currently, it's 1, 2, 3 votes for tie, and 2 votes for that it shouldn't be. I believe. Azur and Cinder. You two. Help break it.
I say tie.
Think it should be a tie?
I say tie. Yep.
Cinder, what do you say? For
Mm,
posterity's sake.
what Asher said. I don't know.
Well, do you think the fight should end in a tie because both fighters ended up collapsing? Or do you think that Azaka should win since she didn't collapse first?
From my little tiny vantage point, did she fall as she punched?
No, she punched him, took a deep breath, and then collapsed to the ground. After he fell. Basically stayed conscious long enough to watch him fall.
Which means she wins.
She ran on adrenaline.
I seen how this Rock Lee fight went.
I like my friend, so I'm gonna say tie.
Wonderful. As the room falls silent, Grudge announces, "If this is how it should be, then let it be known this fight is to end in a tie." And a few people around the room just go, as they, lost out on their bet now.
Just from the back of the room, all you hear, "Oh, you call that a fight? That was a bunch of slapping."
My God.
And that's the end of that. Byron and Azaka both dragged out of the pit by rope. Both set to equal sides of the pit, and tended to enough to wake back up into consciousness, as it was non-lethal, obviously. Zaka just wakes up on the other end and will limp her way on over to the bar and just kind of angrily begin to drink.
You put up a good fight there.
You fucking lost. The hell are you talking about? A good fight.
He still fought nobly.
You would have lost too.
I nearly doubt that.
Well, we'll see.
Trust me.
Go on.
She was worth more than it would seem.
Do not let them get to you, especially the Catmen. You put up a good fight.
I do agree, or we do agree. It should have been called for a loss, but if it's what people want, then suppose then the crowd decides.
Indeed.
And on
Look
next...
forward to seeing what you do next.
Yes. Fucking Wolf, you're the next contender, right?
Yep.
Alright.
I want to see who his target is.
Reveal
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fight.
gonna be the
Reveal
cliffhanger.
the fight.
Step into the pit. We're gonna reveal this before we end the session. So, as you step into the pit, I'm gonna quickly make some adjustments to the scale of your contenders.
Tenders?
Yeah.
Contenders.
I called it. 2-on-1.
A combined weight class. Okay, I see how this is.
Yep. But I think you'll realize how much of a chance you have as both fighters will enter the ring. As
Wait.
they're lowered down.
Is it who I
Gert-
think it is?
Wait. Gurge will say, "And here today, we have Wolf. Fighting against him, as we have no one of equal weight class to himself, and the fact that he's made out of stone. We're going to be introducing two fighters to take him on. Farol and Gondolo."
Oh my god. You're gonna fight the bums?
Oh my god.
Oh
They kind of just step in, and Gondola will just look over at Farol. "Farol, I know that I'm, a pugilist and all, and that's a statue." Farol says, "They just told us we'd be fighting for money. I don't want to die in here." And you can kind of hear the spring. Says, "Can we just forfeit?"
Kill him.
Gondola says, "Can we forfeit?" And Grudge just says, "Nope. Now you're in the pit."
You're gonna loudly hear my fucking stone hands grinding against one another as I kind of, I guess in my own way, crack my knuckles.
Gondola will just shoot you a very sly smile, and they just look to Farol and say, "We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. They put us in here to die."
Wolf, you gotta get yourself 2 bricks
Oh,
to
God.
rub together for next session.
And that'll be the end of the session. That'll be the end of today's
2
session.
bricks or a couple ceramic mugs.
I'm out here thinking I'm gonna fight some big burly motherfucker or like 2 assassins, and I got Pokey and Joe over here.
You got fucking Cheech and